Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
ThaBoxingVoice.com.
What broke him down? Was it just the body punching? When I was hitting him with body punching, I heard him actually, he was crying there. You were saying that Gibbs was crying when you hit him? Yes. When did that happen? And perhaps the fourth round on.
ThaBoxingVoice.com.
So you knew you had him by that time? Absolutely, I knew he was toughing and taking those punches.
DAZN Productions.
Making women gestures like, oh.
Let's go, champ. It's the champ. Sharing the champion with the fake champ. Vitali Klitschko. ThaBoxingVoice.com. I'm a team like he's a C+ fighter. I'm a dominate. I'm talking about.
Hey, that's right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I'm your host, Nestor Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. We're back to discuss a bunch of topics. It's flagship time. It is time for the most news that we ever discuss on the show. Thursday's preview day. We got a bunch to talk about. Adonis Superman Stevens is in the ring versus Badou Jack. This is a very intriguing fight. Definitely remember to stick around for our immediate reaction show Saturday, immediately after the fight. Once those guys are done with their post-fight interviews, we will be going live. And make sure you put a reminder to that. That'd probably be your only show because Ness is out Sunday for Lauderdale fly time. So Saturday serves as your Sunday show. That being said, I mean, we got a bunch of topics to discuss. Like we said, Adonis Superman Stevens. We got Wilder and Joshua. I said that correctly the first time. It seems that they're very close to getting this hammered out. We have potential dates. We have some more news on splits. Just a bunch of rumors, but we want to keep you updated. And since we'll be talking rumors and Anthony Joshua, you know, the head of Matchroom and Eddie Hearn, he's made some offers to Mikey Garcia. We'll discuss those offers. And there's also rumors of a potential unification between Mikey and Robert Easter Jr. We'll discuss the potential of that as well. And since we're discussing potential fights, well, Tony Bellew continues to put his name and Andre Ward's in the same sentence in a possible matchup. Could Ward come out of retirement for an opportunity at Tony Bellew so that he could make history himself and say that he was a heavyweight and got a win at heavyweight? That's what we'll be discussing. Plus, there's a lot of news and notes. I know that the good UK not correspondent, but our UK host Robbie is going to be bringing up Gervonta Davis and some of his out-of-ring conversations. But they are interesting conversations. There's a lot of other news and notes, and we'll get to it. So let's head on out to our full panel in the Golden State.
DAZN Productions.
This is a beautiful performance against a very tough guy in Michael Johnson. How do you feel about it?
Fuck that. Conor McGregor.
ThaBoxingVoice.com.
You know me, Larry. From a wicked entrance, from a flip over the rope into a knockout now. When the main thing is, I just hope the guy, I wish.
ThaBoxingVoice.com.
Yes, hipsters here, haters beware. And like Ness said, we have tons of news to get into, tons of fights to get into. So I'm not going to go on and on with all the individual topics. Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. Further news that this fight is most likely happening next. Me and Rob have been in agreement about that. And I think this just is a further piece of evidence that we're almost there. We're very close to an announcement, in my opinion. Obviously, Badou Jack versus Adonis Stevenson, or I should say Adonis Stevenson versus Badou Jack, is a hell of a fight. Even though Scorsese, our longtime caller, calls in, we always give him shit. He is right. That is an amazing fight for just the boxing world. It may not be one that casuals are aware of, but for hardcores, we know the significance of this fight. Obviously, Gary Russell Jr. versus Joseph Diaz and more. Plus, like Ness said, Tony Bellew versus Andre Ward. So much news to get into. Let's chop it up. Let's get into it. Let's roll.
I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and most vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Listen, conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody like me. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from their claw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. Get up!
Yeah, we back at our flagship show. TBV fam, what's up? We got these good fights coming up this weekend. I'm really excited about Badou. How do you pronounce it, Matt? But Badou, right? Badou Jack and Adonis Stevenson. I think that's the fight that I'm really anticipating to watch. I really want to watch this fight. Can't wait to see it. And you got other things rolling still towards maybe a finalization on what's going on with this Wilder and Joshua fight. We're getting closer and closer. More dealings are happening. And we got Mikey Garcia, Eddie Hearn, Matchroom. Robbie's over there, happy. Maybe he will pull off and create a good stable. But he's made some offers, and we'll talk about that with the full panel. I know you guys probably know a little bit more about that than I do. I know that's for sure. And Andre Ward coming back. You know what I'm saying? He was in the gym. Yeah, he was in the gym, though. He been in the gym.
We don't believe you. You need more.
He's been said to say that he's been in there at least once a week sparring. So let's see if this actually manifests itself into something spectacular. I know I'd pay to watch. So can't wait to chop it up with you guys, man.
Dollar DiBiase Productions.
BJ was gonna beat me, didn't you? You predict he's gonna beat me. He got smashed.
Why isn't Wilder sold out 90,000? This guy has been pro for like 8 years, 9 years. If Wilder wants some of his work, he can definitely get it on ASAP.
BoxingVoice.com. Yeah. Welcome everybody. High energy today. I've just had a written warning for low energy coming from me, so time to up my game. So yeah, get hyped to get it right. Joshua Wilder looking like it's happening. The UK will travel and turn Vegas into London. What else have we got? Oh yeah, don't forget Lee Selby versus Josh Warrington. That is going to be an epic moment. Stadium fight, big entrance plan for Josh Warrington. It's going to be lit. It's going to be crazy. Really show you the UK fans at their best. And Adonis Stevenson Jack. I'm looking forward to that one. Obviously Scorsese's got his boy there, but it's really going to be a good fight. And Gary Russell Jr. as well, right?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, let's chop it all up and talk about it.
I like the high energy, Rob.
Thanks, man. It's just a little bit faster talking, that was all.
I do too. It just sounds like he had too much coffee, but
I can't win. I can't win.
Yo, Robbie, you can't win, bro. They're gonna
I like how you came in. It was like, let's get it right, Joshua, not Wilder. Just half a scoop of coffee next time. It's all good.
He said, go easy on the sugar.
So, who's going to do the honors of reading the article? I think that we should read a bulk of the article. I don't know if we're going to use the secondary one that you sent with Lance Pugmire, or are we using the initial one that Robbie sent? That is the one that I read was the first one. So unless, anybody want to make a...
What, the one for it starts with Boca Raton?
Boca Raton.
No, I'm looking at an article you sent on, Jackson having a new kid over there. What's his name? Danny R.
Fams. What you smoke?
I jumped on the wrong podcast. What the hell is this?
I mean, we're talking about, wait, how does this show normally go?
Let's just start over. We're good.
There's a topic.
Yes, you start. What are you doing?
Yo, I was never able to get into that Joshua Wilder article you sent. The Amazon ad kept popping up, and it's
that Amazon fucking ad popped up for me.
So you just picked up another one instead. I'll read that.
I just said, hey, let me just look like
the most irrelevant article to pick as well.
Now, you know what I got to do? Let me tell you. Since shout out to Amazon, if you're gonna be doing any Amazon shopping, I normally don't remember the plug, but since fucking Doomsday made it so easy, gave me the alley-oop. Here goes the alley-oop. I'm metaphorically putting it in the crotch. Boom. backhanding it because whenever you're doing some Amazon shopping, don't forget to use our hyperlink because it costs you nothing and it helps you support your favorite show. You can find that by heading on over to ThaBoxingVoice.com/affiliate sponsors. Thanks, Doomsday. That being said, the Amazon ad was annoying. The way I got around it was I copy-pasted all and let the phone speak to me while I did other things in the background. And I felt strongly that the listeners should read or at least listen to some of the words in the article. It's an interesting story. I just don't know where all the information originated from. It seems like the author knows a lot, but isn't really telling us where he's getting the information. Excuse me?
Well, I said, of course not.
Yeah, but he's not even saying sources close. He's just like speaking like, and I'll jump right in here. He's like gate receipts from what is expected to be a pricey event. Like, where's these gate receipts you speak of? And how do you know it's a pricey event? Like, yes, we could all assume because of the magnitude of it. But then he goes further to say that this is going to do better than the Lennox versus Vitali and gross more than that. But it's like, yeah, me and Matt said that, but where are you getting this from? Like, is he just listening to the show, regurgitating it?
I think you definitely need to reread the article because I don't think he implied or even said that it's going to do those things. I think he just juxtaposed like the last big fight in the U.S. was Lennox versus Tyson, which did X amount. He didn't say it was going to do bigger than that. He just said that's the last big fight.
Well,
and I'm not wrong because I read it multiple times.
This new timeline of several months will give promoters from Matchroom and Premier Boxing Champions, along with pay-per-view operators at Showtime. And I'll pause there. Hence how he already knows it's only a Showtime fight. Like HBO ain't even bidding. Like I just don't get this guy. But whatever, we're using this. Ample time to promote sales for what will be the biggest. That right there indicates that he's saying it's going to be bigger than this sentence to come. Hold on, because I'm not making this up. This will be the biggest heavyweight contest held on U.S. soil since Lennox Lewis versus Vitali Klitschko back in 2003. That is a direct quote, him saying that this fight will do better than that fight. So
we're already getting lost in the weeds.
Release the shovel.
Okay, fine. He said that. I don't give a fuck about what Phil J., who I've never heard of from this website, said. I care about what Lance Pugmire from the LA Times, one of the best journalists in all of sports, is saying. And when he says sources close to the situation are telling me this, then yeah, I believe Lance Pugmire.
And what is he saying again?
I don't know if Matt just likes to be the little heel or something, because I could have sworn I opened up.
I think we're getting lost in the weeds. Like this, you're talking about the credibility of this author. Like it matters. We have a credible reporter saying he himself has sources saying this.
Matt, that was a cutoff.
I don't care.
So when I opened up the show, I said, are we using, look at the sign language, are we using the article that Rob sent or the one from the LA Times? That's what I said.
And you mean that, and
you're cutting me off again. That means when I say that, you should say, Ness, we're using the Lance Pugmire instead of allowing me to open up with the other one, only to shut that one down.
But Ness, you said you only read that one. So why would I talk about an article that you haven't read yet?
Doesn't matter, because you could take lead and I could skim in the background. We've done that before. You've read before.
I didn't assume you were going to go down this road if Lance Pugmire is saying he has sources close to the situation saying this.
What is Lance saying, Matt?
I'm not going to go back and forth.
Basically the same stuff as fight in November or October, fights in Vegas, T-Mobile Arena.
So basically he's saying the same thing the other author's saying.
Exactly. He's saying he has sources telling him this. So that's why I'm saying, like, why are we getting lost in that aspect of it? That, like, we're already wasting 15 minutes of the show talking about Phil J.
Yo, are you okay?
I don't think so.
Like, do you need a PayPal to get you some like bud or something? You good?
I'm fine, but I'm just like, we're wasting time here. Like, we already have.
I think as a point guard, I brought the Rock up the court.
And I'm telling you, the Rock is fucking passed to anyone else because
I'm dribbling with the right, and I went like this. I called the play. I'm like, Matt.
I'm like, nah, play's dead. Play's dead, homie.
No, you didn't. You was like this. You was like, you know what I'm saying? So then I threw the behind the back pass, and you fumbled.
No, I just never responded. Anyway, Digressing.
It must be gone into overtime then. It's midnight.
All
here.
right. Are we even talking about boxing anymore?
No, we're not. We're talking about whatever Ness wants to talk about.
Whatever Matt wants to talk about at this point. He's taking over the show.
No, Ness, you're getting lost in that aspect of.
No, you two, come on point. Let's go.
Yo, Robbie, what's up with the match?
I don't even know what Matt is talking about. I'm not getting lost in anything.
Why are we talking about whether this fight's happening in November, whether it's in the T-Mobile? What's the likelihood of that? That's what matters.
Oh, yeah.
Right? That's what we should be talking about, Ness. Not about Phil J. Come on, fam.
Come on, fam. Cut it out, fam.
Yo, I should be the bigger man and let this go. You all know that I'm not. I'm like the bigger dick. So here's the thing. I never even said the author's name. So the shovel that he doesn't want to, I'm not going to let it go because you're not. I never brought up the author's name.
But you said the author is saying this stuff. You didn't say his name, but you said the author. You're talking about the author. I just said his name.
You're more hung up on the author. I was immediately.
No, I'm saying, why are we talking about the author?
Oh, soon it's going to be the prediction show for the actual fucking fight. Come on, let's go.
I mean, I'd rather talk about Badou Jack and Adonis Stevenson now. He killed the whole, he killed the whole.
No, I didn't kill it. I said, let's talk about it. You weren't talking about it.
Seems like you just want to argue.
No, I'm not. You're being very disingenuous about what I am trying to say.
Disingenuous.
How was your day, dude?
Hey, that sound like fighting words to me, dog. if your words are too big, it sound like fighting words, dog. Yo, stop playing. Yo, let's talk about this Jack and Stevenson fight. We all know that we counting on Adonis to keep doing what he does.
Well, we did a really good job of letting the world know how much closer we are coming to this heavyweight super fight.
Yeah, UK co-host been waiting for some UK news.
You guys are really good at what you do, man.
Hey, listen. If we could,
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
I was gonna let it marinate. Let's go. I had to put it back in the freezer, let it marinate a little more. Y'all left it out too much, man.
So anyway,
but go ahead. I know Robbie wants to talk about this.
Well, fucking right. I'm a UK co-host, and there's a UK fighter being mentioned. So let me have a little bit.
So
yeah, looks like as both articles stated, it's going to be looking like November, December in Vegas. So I guess the 50 million offer, or him meeting AJ's expectation of what he said he'd fight for, means it's going to have to be in America, because I think we discussed it. How can the 50 million still stand, but we get it in the UK? And I've seen, off the back of the articles, I've seen some people like, but it should be in the UK. AJ's the A side. He's this, he's that. I personally don't mind it, because I quite like the idea of the UK guy coming over to America. And obviously I'm backing my boy. And I like the idea of, because we've sent many a hometown favorite over to America thinking, yeah, we're going to do it. And it hasn't quite come off. And I like the idea of AJ coming across and taking that WBC belt. And then if, we then get the Wembley fight, if there's a rematch in any way or whatever, how it's going to work out. But I like it. I like it in Vegas. And obviously, like we say, 40,000, 50,000 UK fans are going to come and turn Vegas into a little mini UK there. So I think it'd be great, to be honest. I just don't like the fact that I've got to stay up till 4 a.m. for it. But, I'm obviously going to. But I like it.
Vegas is the bigger market, right, Robbie? I mean,
it's going to make more money in America than it would here.
And you said the 50 million still stands, that offer?
Yeah.
That's the reason. That's the reason the whole talks got going again, I think.
And in the US. Like the 50 million is tied to a US fight, not a UK fight.
Oh.
Yeah, you're not going to offer.
Any other little fine print?
I think AJ's got to wear pink shorts.
He's got to wear pink shirts.
But no,
seriously though, you know what I mean? Because I mean, they this was something that they initially didn't want. They wanted it to be in London. And,
well, I think AJ's, when he wanted it in the UK, and I believe I think he earned that right as the A side, and the 3 bouts. I think kind of I know people don't like it, but he's done, like he said, he's done the work. And he kind of deserves it. But the offer was made from Eddie originally of the 12.5, and that was flat refused. And they've come with a counter offer off the back of AJ saying, bring me 50 million. I know he was maybe joking on the fact that everyone was saying it was $100 million fight. And he was like, well, if that's the case, bring me the 50. And the 50's arrived. So let's, you know.
I still think that was a stupid move on his part because historically, you know, the Tyson and Lennox fight did over 100. So it was simple. I think, to me, I still, even when we had that show and people argued that it wasn't simple math, it's like, yo, back then, if they found a way to generate 120, how could we not do that now with all the social media and just how much harder the networks are working? They're more invested in boxing, even though the budget has shrunken. I think that, you know, the push through social media, YouTube channels, all the extra things that Showtime and HBO are doing just mean that boxing is only growing. I mean, look how many different networks are now invested. DAZN just getting involved now.
When you said that was stupid, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? By like Eddie and AJ saying it's not $100 million fight?
Absolutely. Them being disingenuous, Matt. Them being disingenuous over and over in the media as if we don't know how to count. Like, we can add.
Was it stupid because
Tyson wasn't in his prime? And they added up to 120 or one something.
It was like 112, I want to say, something like that.
Yeah, right. So, like, I mean, for them to say that AJ, who is larger than life, how could he not do it? Fucking Ricky Hatton brought 30. Like, this is my statistics. Ricky brought 30 to Floyd. How the fuck does AJ not bring 60? He's a heavyweight. Who's actually who's Ricky's biggest win? He went life and death with Collazo. See, I'm not a historian. I only know the history from my generation. I watched Ricky go life and death with Collazo. You know what I'm saying? Who'd he really beat? Nobody. But the UK love, the Costa Zoo. I mean, yo, and the only
just because Rob, I think misunderstanding your point. Like, AJ's beat a Klitschko, like that.
Yeah. The point I'm trying to make is that AJ is more solidified in his position, so he'll bring more rabid fans. More people believe he is the truth than they did Ricky Hatton. That's the point I'm trying to make before we go down the wrong street. Thank you, Matt. That being said, the sole basis, according to my article, the belief behind the $50 million and the offer and bringing the fight to Showtime and everything is that either winner will then be fighting on solely for Showtime on a paid network, obviously, against, you know, the Povetkin, Dominic Brazil, and Pulev, all mandatories, because whoever wins obviously has all those belts, and a franchise is built, whether it's AJ who wins and his legacy only continues, or it's Wilder that capitalizes off the win and his legacy begins.
I wouldn't be surprised at all if Showtime tries to get a clause in there about the winner having a long-term contract with Showtime. I wouldn't be surprised at that at all. And that'd be bad business if they didn't do that.
According to this author that isn't Lance Pugmire, that's what he's insinuating.
I don't think Lance insinuated that. His article was more basic and more about this fight just being in Vegas, November, blah, blah, blah. But like we've all said, like this fight seems like it's happening. So I'm hyped.
Also, according to this author, his opinion is that taking any rematch back in the United Kingdom in 2019 is also out of the question because Las Vegas will continue to be the more lucrative option to stage back-to-back battles between the pair of KO artists.
I also saw in Lance's article that Barclays Center is an option, not just Vegas. I forgot to mention that. I thought
that would be ridiculously awesome. I know that Barclays has been, you know, trying very hard to land big fights. They've put bids for the last Mayweather fight. You know, they're trying, but I just don't know how they compete with a casino that, you know, they have their budget is just insane.
They can print money, literally. So
yeah.
Oh boy, wouldn't that be something?
It would be
amazing.
It would be something. Like I'm not even saying it because I'm in the tri-state area and it would be literally a hop, skip, and a jump for me.
That'd be awesome.
Or because boxing hasn't had like a big fight in the mecca of boxing in a long time. The new mecca has become Las Vegas due to their deep pockets and the fact that they can, you know, draw in the big fight. But yo, I mean, to stage that in New York City, brother, fuck, man, they would really bring down the towers.
Think of like heavyweight history at MSG. So, you know, I think AJ's even mentioned that before. He'd love a big heavyweight fight in Madison Square Garden with the history behind it.
I've always heard that the issue, and I need to do some research. I'm really not going to do it. I'm saying I need to do, hoping that transcends and
Rob,
some ears of a listener or anyone who is, you know, nice enough to find out. But yeah, how much do they charge? So like everyone's always saying, oh, New York will never get it because of taxes. It's like, yo, how much are they really taking from these guys that they can't accept the fight in New York to like add? Like, because
I think that's a cop. Like that's a cop.
Hold on a second. Think about it like this. Jay-Z sells out the Barclay and Madison Square Garden. Like, the taxes don't bother him. Other international artists fly in and do concerts. Mark Anthony, like, everybody has sold out the Garden as an artist. So like, how is it that they could afford the taxes? It's not an issue for them, but the fighters it is. I just don't get it. And last I checked, fighters make way more money on one night than an artist does for a show.
I think it's a cop-out just as an excuse so they don't have to keep saying like, hey, or they don't have to admit like, hey, the casinos are paying us huge amounts of money. And it's been that way for a while because it's the casinos in Las Vegas.
Yo, imagine how many fucking penthouse suites Eddie, Bob Arum, and Oscar get at all those spots. Just like based off one fight. Like, dude, you got unlimited at all our suites, man. Just come through.
Watch the movie Casino. Like, it hasn't changed that much for the high rollers. And fighters and these promoters are high rollers. They present millions and millions, if not, I mean, close to hundreds of millions for these mega fights.
You know, that's why, you know, this is like school here on TBV, because this is another reason where you have to be very careful when the officials are being picked. Not just the judges, but the referees as well. Referees are chosen by promoters. Promoters like Eddie Hearn that could tell a Richard Steele, hey, don't worry, next time you're in the UK, we got you. Or bring them over there for a Monaco fight and, you know, let them see, hey, you really can't afford shit, but I got you. Here's dinner on me. Hotel on me.
It's Wilder's team are the ones that are going to need to buy the ref, all right?
Oh, I wasn't even insinuating that, but I could see how you assumed that. I get it. I mean, look, I'm not even thinking like that, honestly speaking, just simply because of the knockout ratio between the two. I was
going to say, as long as he can count to 10, that's all that matters, right?
Yeah, and this is, UK refs can't count to 10. They usually stop the fight at 9. We all know that.
Right. Or they just don't stop a fight.
America, yeah. I mean, this is the thing. Like, AJ is going to lose anyway because he doesn't have the right trainer in the corner. He does too much, you know, working out with muscles, and his body lacks the ability to head movement. He won't have none of that for the straight right. You feel me? That head is right there.
Mm-hmm.
Like a football player, you know, he's like Juggernaut.
Even when you thought he was out on his feet against Klitschko in that sixth round, he was still bending at the waist.
I can't believe you chose to bring that up, knowing that I'm on this panel. Like, you really are trying to go in your bag and say that the moment of glory for your champion was when he got rocked to death by a 42-year-old guy coming off a 24-month layoff, and now you want to compare him to the most dangerous heavyweight in the division?
Rob, we need to find that. Rob, we need to find that soundbite of Ness saying that the fight should be stopped in the 7th.
Yeah, totally.
Yo, you can clip that soundbite. You know what soundbite you need to clip?
Because wasn't that like a 60-year-old man trying to
clip the soundbite? I hear all the nail biting right now that this fight is getting closer and closer to being done.
What nail biting? What? You're the professional groomer in that fucking chair.
It's not banter. It's nail biting you hear from the UK. They're scared shitless. That's why you said it yourself. I'm glad that you said it and I didn't have to say it. I just get to jump off that shit like a diving board. Everybody like, but AJ's the A-side. Why is he going to America?
Didn't I say I like it? Didn't I say I like it?
You like it, but your brethren don't. They're all in the comments mad as fuck. But he's the A-side. He shouldn't go over there. It's not fair.
Fuck it. Go and rub your nose in it. Go over there and take his bout and bring it back home.
Yeah. Tell Mr. Potato Head come on over and get made mashed potatoes quickly.
Mr. Potato Head, Jesus.
Let's move on. We got other topics here. We got actually a good fight, just as good as the one we're talking about, except this one is actually signed, sealed, delivered.
Selby Warrington?
No. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Carry on. Sorry.
No.
Who?
Selby Warrington. I thought you were going to say next. Sorry.
I mean, we could go into that.
No. Do Jack in case Scorsese's listening and he's fucking
have a heart attack,
stabbing himself or something.
All right. Well, we'll stick with Adonis Stevenson. Yeah. I mean, can we get some producers to be quick on the trigger fingers here? What do you want? How old is Adonis, and when's the last time he's fought?
Let me guess 39. I'm guessing.
Because, this guy's been a champion for a long time, my casual listeners out there.
He's 40 years old, and he last fought in June 2017.
June 2017. So it's coming on almost a year layoff. It almost sounds like Vladimir Klitschko. 1 year layoff. And who'd he fight last? Probably Thomas Williams.
From Fora, the rematch.
From Fora.
Part 2.
Fora's biggest win is a nice looking win over Julio Cesar Chavez. He dropped Julio Cesar, shocked him really good.
Chad Dawson too.
Fora also got knocked out twice, right?
Yeah.
And the bottom line is power's the last thing to go. He is 40 years old. Jack is on the up. You know, he just dropped his new nutrition line. He signed to Mayweather. He actually gets along with Mayweather, unlike some other people we'll be speaking about later on. So stick around.
Yeah, he turned up for the press conference, huh?
Yeah, he showed up. He came all the way to Canada for this press conference. It was late notice. I got an email today saying that Floyd would be there. So he jumped on the private jet for Badou. Remember, he just bought a new TMT airline too. You know, he used to use private. Now he really has his own shit. So yeah, he went out there for Jack. We got to pick. So I'm gonna go with Badou, to be honest with you. I know that Adonis is a very dangerous counterpuncher, but he's not that active. And I mean that literally and metaphorically, because he hasn't fought since last year and he isn't active in the fucking ring either. You know what I mean? Like, he just waits for the counter. And I think that Badou has learned a lot. He digs to the body a lot. He's just grown overall. You know, he's not the same guy that got Flash knocked out or Flash knocked down, then stopped by the ref. I'm not sure I don't remember how it went. I actually watched it live, but I don't remember exactly. But yeah, man, I just think that Badou's on the way up. Can Adonis still win? Yes. Why? Because power's the last thing to go. And while some of us may think that, you know, it's a long time since he's been in the ring, you know, a lot of people think the opposite. They look at it as oh, he needed that time off. So I don't know, but my pick is Badou Jack for, you know, reasons I already stated, basically.
I'll piggyback off of that. Yeah, Badou Jack should win this fairly easily, in my opinion.
Wow, that's a little weird.
Not that Adonis Stevenson isn't a huge threat, but we've seen him struggle within rounds against guys like Thomas Williams, you just brought up. And Thomas Williams has always been a gatekeeper to the top 10, in my opinion. Guys like Marcus Brown outclassed Thomas Williams. And I view Badou Jack as a level above those guys. And also, I've been the guy that's counted out Badou Jack every time he's been up to bat, and he's shown me wrong. So I think this time, like you said, Ness, it seems like a culmination of things. It seems like all the momentum is arriving for Badou Jack to have this moment in his career. He's in the prime of his career, in my opinion. His boxing ability is top-notch. His fundamentals are absolutely clean and crisp. I think defensively and offensively, he's gifted. I think he's a little bit described as basic and more just like a well-rounded fighter, but I think he's a little bit more than that. I think Badou Jack should win this probably within 10, if not a decision.
By 10, if not a decision.
Yeah.
So what is your prediction, fighter?
I've been all over. I've been all over the
training, guys. I mean, how is Badou Jack gonna take on and defeat the dangerous, heavy-handed southpaw in Adonis?
Well, I've been on the chat back and forth with a couple of TBV fam, and I'm telling them that I believe Badou's gonna stop Adonis. I think he's been away out of the ring. I don't know how active he is offset. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's hitting the the gym weekly or whatnot. But you know, like I said, sparring and fighting is two different things. And Badou has gone up against, you know, good competition in the last 3-4 fights. So I think he's grown as a fighter. And you know, Mayweather said it best at the press conference. Badou can give, but he also can take. You know, he doesn't crumble. I've seen him get into heavy exchanges.
Yeah, but that's not necessarily true though, right? He is the one. Well, they both been knocked out. Darnell Boone knocked out Adonis Stevenson a long time ago.
I remember that.
Oh, you watched that? Wow,
Yeah.
you must have went on YouTube for that.
No.
And you know, what's this other guy? Derek Edwards is probably the name though. That's probably wrong. Who knocked out Badou?
No, I think you're right about that name. Something Edwards.
Edwards, you said?
That's use the fucking computer, buddy.
Well, I'm gonna go off the dome. Come on, fam.
Yo, while you're doing that, Badou Jack.
Derek Edwards is the name.
You're right. Believe in yourself, Ness. Believe in yourself. It's okay.
Badou Jack has 127,000 followers on Instagram, and Adonis Stevenson has 153 only. That's weird though, right? Like, I mean, all right, because think about it. Like, Ryan is a kid adult. Gervonta is a kid adult.
So that's they could be stars.
No. I get it. But like, it's still weird that a dude that has so many more years than you out there hasn't been able to capitalize. It's just to put it into perspective for the casuals out there.
Well, to be fair to both these guys, Badou Jack has always been kind of an Andre Ward type, kind of bland, very quiet, soft-spoken. Adonis Stevenson has I'm not going to say like a language barrier because he can speak English decently well, but there is a sort of a language barrier.
There's a heavy accent on his English. Go for live.
Heavy accent. So I think that sort of plays into it. Plus, having his, you know, not domestic violence issues, but, you know, prostitution issues, basically. I mean, it all plays into these guys, I think, not being the stars that their skill level shows.
I don't know. I just still think that it's sad, right? You got to think about it. Like 10 years ago, Gervonta and Ryan Garcia, they can't even have social media. Their mom was whooping them for playing with their phone out of their purse or some shit. And these guys, what were they doing? They were sitting on their Twitter fingers for 10 years. That's what the fuck they was doing.
10 years ago, Ryan Garcia was 8 years old. So I don't think he had a phone.
That's my point. That's my point, bro. They was, you know, taking their mother's phone 10 years ago, getting in trouble is what I said. While Adonis and fucking Badou have their hands and they're sitting on it, farting on that shit because they ain't broke nothing. If you divide 153 in the 10 years, I mean, what the fuck was they doing?
But Ness, look at Terrence Crawford. His numbers are like the same. It's like 100-something thousand, right?
Yeah,
like,
but at least Terrence Crawford has 200,000 last time I checked, and he just. Listen, Adonis was on HBO before Terrence, dog. Again, Adonis was on HBO before Terrence.
I understand, but not everyone's meant to be a star. Like, not everyone can be a star.
I get it. All I'm saying is he didn't capitalize off of the platform. Others did.
I don't think he could have, potentially. That's my argument.
I think he could. You want to know where he made a mistake, and maybe the fact that, you know, you're young, and if not, take it as a shot. You're forgetting that he was in the same network, HBO, as Kovalev. There was a super fight signed, sealed, and delivered. He decided, you know what? I haven't been making enough money. I'm the one sacrificing. I moved up from 160 to 168. I'm going to go ahead and sign with Al Heyman and cross the street to Showtime. That could have stagnated his growth.
Definitely stagnated his growth. I'm not going to argue with that. But if you look at somebody who did beat Kovalev, like Andre Ward, he still ain't a star.
Yeah, but Andre Ward and Kovalev didn't have the momentum or the buildup that Stevenson had. Let's not even go there. They had to build it up by giving him a 2-fight deal just to let everyone know, hey, after this, they're going to fight. Souping it up.
All that hype was within the boxing bubble. Like, none of that shit transcended outside of boxing.
Bullshit. Adonis moved up in weight, knocked out Chad Dawson like no one's ever done. Ward came to do it later. Ward came to do it later, just like everyone else came to do it later. First one to pop that cherry was Adonis.
Wait. Chad Dawson is being this. Who's this guy? He's not a star. Come on.
What are you talking about?
Okay,
I know who he is.
He might not be a star, Matthew.
Casual fans don't know who Chad Dawson is.
Listen, he might not be a star. He might not be a star, but he was a damn good fighter at that time, and he was a great name. He made Andre Ward. Before that, who was Ward fighting?
We're having two different arguments here. We know that Chad Dawson's a legit fighter. We know he's probably gonna be a Hall of Famer when it's all said and done, but he ain't a star. He's not somebody that if you walk down the street and you ask somebody, "Do you know this guy?" They're not gonna know his name.
Yeah, we agree to that. We agree with that, Matt. We agree with that, Matt. But nonetheless, what Ness is trying to give across is,
and I'm not arguing what Ness is arguing. I'm saying what I'm arguing is different.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
What am I trying to get across, Doomy? Let me see if this guy's listening. Like
fuck
Doomsday. We call him Casper.
Casper, the friendly ghost. Blanco.
White as hell over there, bro.
I'm worried. I'm worried about him.
I know. You sure you? What is it? You need like to
heavy walk.
Some iron in your diet, buddy.
Nah, though, I feel like iron, but he's trying to tell you, nonetheless, even though he's not a star, that he wasn't a star, he was still nonetheless a very game competitor at that time. And Adonis was the first one to put him away. No one did it.
He wasn't a competitor, bro. He was fucking, I think, unified or undisputed. Definitely unified. I don't know if he was undisputed at light heavyweight. He was the first one to give fucking Thomas Adamek a loss. I mean, he beat everybody, bro. And
game competitor. Not to undermine him at all. It's game competitor, just meaning that at that he still had a lot of fight in him. It wasn't like he fought a soggy Chad Dodson.
After Adonis did that to Dawson, he never was the same. But I guess we all picked Jack. Did you predict?
Rob?
No, not yet. I just go along with what Matt said. People say Jack's kind of basic, but I just think he's really good at the fundamentals. I don't think he's like flashy or like really blow you away watching him in the ring, but he's just good at everything. And I think he's a very accurate puncher. So I'm picking Jack. And just a quick shout out, Anthony Fowler, 6-0 fighter, has got more followers than Badou Jack. So shout out to my boy, Team Machine.
Anthony Fowler is also a Olympian, so that helps because Shakur has more following. How many followers does Anthony Fowler have?
I think 130,000.
Yeah, so he's right on par with the Haney's. Haney was, if I remember correctly from yesterday's show, he was 181.
180 something,
like 150 something.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's good to have a medal, man. It's good to have a medal, just like it's great as an amateur to have numerous national championships. So any potential fighters out there, you're thinking about this, remember, you need a lot of national tournaments for a promoter to want to sign you.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you can't just be in them tournaments. You got to fucking win, unfortunately, bro, because I know guys, they were always asking me left and right, Ness, hook me up. I be trying to call people, you know what I mean? And if they don't got national tournament wins, that's first thing they say. How many nationals you got, Net? Oh, how many nationals you been? Nah, well, I've been to 5, but I only won once. Like, they don't want to talk. Which is crazy because don't you always need a B-side? But I guess they just want A's and A minuses so that those A's after they take a couple assholes and they turn into C's. So I don't fucking know.
We know how. I mean, if you have friends in the regional scene, I have friends in the regional scene. They get calls up if they're the B side, so to speak. They get calls up 2 weeks before the fight. Here, take this fight. You're gonna get $5,000 to take it. Like that. That's what it's.
Don't forget to split that with your coach.
Exactly, but I mean that's what you do to the B sides. You don't have your buddy call you up and say, hey, I have this guy that's 5-0 whatever, or 5-3. He's perfect for you. No, you're looking for the 7-0 guy that's a prospect, or you're looking for the amateur with a bunch of pedigree that's an option. You're not gonna go out of your way for a B side. You call him up late notice for a fight.
Yo, all I know is Adonis he does have some dog in him, and Badou Jack likes to go to the body. Adonis is a southpaw. I mean, this could be dangerous. Just like I told you guys Thursday before the Munguia fight, this could be dangerous for Badou Jack. He's been stopped before, but so has Adonis. Now, this is the thing. In my opinion, I think that the pure puncher, the true power puncher is Adonis. But I am banking on the activity of Badou. But I can still see him getting caught, going to the body because he likes it now, and being put to sleep by Adonis.
Covering his bases.
Pretty much everybody
Badou. But again, I see that possibility.
Everybody choosing Badou is looking for a boxing clinic, and everybody looking at Adonis to win is looking for that knockout. Let's see if any of these boxers surprise us with anything that we might not have seen in the past. I mean, Adonis is coming off a long layoff. I mean, what kind of
counterpuncher, bro? That's just like a double whammy on inactivity.
Yeah, what kind of game plan are they coming out with? Are they really going to count on that one shot? Knowing what type of fighter Adonis really is, they know they're not going to get that chance too many times in the fight where they're going to be linked up, in the center of the ring, exchanging in order for Adonis to knock Jack out. I think that Adonis is just going to have to try to cut off the ring and corner him if that's the game plan, because I see Badou outboxing him.
Type of fighter though, he ain't cutting no ring off or none of that funny shit. He's not a seek and destroy guy. Like, would that be him once upon a time? Yeah, under the tutelage of rest in peace Emmanuel Stewart, who was infamous for not only telling Adonis to pick up the pace and go for the knockout because networks like knockouts, but telling Vladimir was a totally different fighter under the tutelage of Emmanuel Stewart, but he's not there. This guy's being trained out by Sugar Hill, who is still I think he's like nephew to Emmanuel, but definitely worked out of the crunk and was under Emmanuel along with Jonathan Banks. So it's not that he isn't qualified. He's also trained Anthony Durrell, the dog, the brother of Andre Durrell. So it's not that, Sugar Hill isn't qualified. It's just that I haven't seen the same monster that Adonis was years ago.
And it's okay to say that a trainer is not Emmanuel Stewart. Like, Emmanuel Stewart he may go down as like a custom motto of his generation. He may go down as one of the best trainers ever in boxing. So it's okay to not be that.
Best trainers in boxing. And he will go down as one of the best trainers in boxing.
I don't know if I'm getting something
known as one of the smartest people in the world, because he was the one that told me a long time ago, like, yo, the Boxing Voice is the shit. I was like, thanks, Manny. You are the shit.
That's how you knew he was smart?
That's how I knew he was smart.
Yeah, exactly that.
The minute he gave me his cell phone number and came on the show countless times, I knew he was intelligent.
Word up. R.I.P., man.
Yep. That being said, numero tres.
Before we move on, somebody on the chat mentioned something. I don't know if Ward stopped Dawson first. We're gonna have to fact check that. I don't know if we want to go with the Matt facts.
Dawson first. That don't even make sense. I'm not. I mean, somebody could check him. I could be wrong, but I doubt it.
I mean, you did say Paul Williams was a win for for Laura, and he lost to Paul Williams.
Yeah, but everyone knows that he won. See, this is how you know Matt didn't watch the fight.
No, I didn't. I just want to pick you up.
Nope. Let me finish now. All three referees, Robbie, all three referees were suspended indefinitely. They could never judges. All three judges could never judge a fight again. That's never been heard of it. Google it. Only one time. That's how bad of a robbery it was. So yes, a true hardcore fan says that Laura won. They don't make the fucking rookie mistake that you did saying, oh, you said Paul Williams won. No, we know who the fuck got their ass whooped that night on ESPN. Only the people that watched it. But you don't watch boxing, sir.
But Andre Ward did knock Chad Dawson out first.
Damn.
Yeah.
I would look so much better off of that deep speech coming off another good, like, yo, how did that even happen? How does Ward fight him first? That don't make any sense.
Yeah, about a year earlier, Ward knocked him out first.
Yeah. R.I.P. Nestats.
Unless I think it was a different Chad Dawson. Nes. I think it's
this is why we fact check it. All right, we don't count on nothing but the facts.
Yo,
shout out to you, Ness. That's
Matt facts.
Gee, Ness, real classy on you, Ness.
By the way, I don't know anybody on the undercard that we can talk about.
It doesn't matter because they're telecasting the Gary Russell Jr. Joseph Diaz fight as the co-main event. So unless you are in attendance and have to watch that awful card, except for Oscar Rivas, who is a Colombian heavyweight prospect, obviously just heavyweight division, look out for him.
Yeah,
that card is utter shite, to use the UK word.
Utter shite.
So I think we should just skip to the Gary Russell and Joseph Diaz fight, obviously.
Yeah, let me just click the X on the Adonis Stevenson tab.
Thank you, because we're done. We're done.
So that was your pick, 10th round, or
look at Davey. He wants to record it. He wants to.
I'm recording it now. I'm recording it now. All right.
Oh, you got a list? You're gonna take a list to all the callers too?
Yeah, I'm gonna take.
Start serving crow again? Is that gonna be?
We got to. We cannot not serve crow anymore.
Not a Sunday show.
Serve crow in forever.
But Ness, we don't have a Sunday show.
Yo, but we could start getting him ready for fucking his job, his new job.
My new job. My job that's been around. Nobody's been.
He would have been in traffic anyway.
I like that. I like that meme.
Robbie is like nonstop mean. Tell the truth. He does tell the truth though. What else we got? Oh, Mikey, right? We got to talk about Mikey.
No. Russell Jr.
Oh, that is this week, and it's taking place in the harbor too.
Yes, but if you're watching on Showtime, it's the co-main event to Adonis Stevenson and Badou Jack. They're gonna do a dual telecast, simulcast, I should say.
Yeah, well, Jojo Diaz just doesn't have any power. Dang. I mean, who's he stopped? What's his biggest name? Who's he stopped? Just someone tell me who's he stopped.
I mean,
I'm not saying this. I'm not saying it normally, I'd be like, who's he beat? No, I'm literally asking a question. Like,
but who is he beat? Like that, we should start.
Just Jason Velez.
Who the fuck?
I mean, I don't know how you guys keep saying who the fuck is that. That's like a Cotto fighter. Like, that's why you should know him. He was introduced by Cody with Sonic Cotto in the beginning. Like, it's just so weird. You guys are like,
he signed to Miguel Cotto Promotions. I should know that he's this guy.
Yeah, because at that time, Cotto got a promotional company. So
I understand. But I'm saying like he's only lost to Ryan Garcia and Joseph Diaz. So I really don't care about Jason Velez. Joseph Diaz does not have a top 10 win. That's my point. Like you're expected to.
Really quick, I just want to go super off topic, right?
Wow.
The fuck's going on here?
Shit. Wait, I gotta play another one.
Did you see the comments from Deontay Wilder yesterday?
No, what, on the Boxing Voice?
Yes.
It's like he goes on this little channel. That's about all the media he can do these days on the Boxing Voice. I mean,
so funny. It looks like Eddie had an epiphany after realizing that the little media channel gets under his skin. Like, just it's enough UK listeners that actually go back and tweet him. So I seen that he put out a post about him doing some new sort of content. I'm sure, Rob, you've seen it.
Yeah. That was he was doing in the last Coogan interview, and they were on about maybe doing something weekly or something on whether it would be on DAZN or something like that.
And the options, right? It was like, do you want us to do a podcast, a video, or
Don't worry. I click video. Don't worry.
Yo. No, but I just want you to hear those stats, right?
Yeah.
They're very big, those guys.
Mm-hmm.
And it was 12% only wanted a podcast.
Yeah.
24% told them don't do shit at all.
No way.
Yeah. It was funny. I'd like to know the nationality of certain votes.
Oh. Well, regardless, I'm just shocked that shocked and pleasantly pleased that the podcast request was so low. It's like everybody knows, everybody knows. Like, yo, we ain't got time to go to two places when we already got TV.
I would have loved to hear Coogan's monotone voice though on the podcast. That would have been great.
Come on, stop souping them up. Stop souping them up.
It wasn't his fucking shots.
Mikey. What are we doing here?
Gary Russell. Come on point. Come on.
Wow.
Well, all right. So let me just finish in with that then, because I was just gonna say this. This kid's never really knocked anybody out, so that's a problem. He's not gonna have the ability. I can't say it's skill because he might still have some skill, but the lack of speed and power is gonna be just too big of a hurdle for him to jump over.
Very quickly, super chat. Shout out to Dre Diakonu, pound for pound supporter, saying Eddie needs to give TBV a slot on his own, just like Joe Budden got a Revolt TV deal. LOL. Yeah, they ain't give
but Matt won't be able to watch it back because he's not going to pay the $20.
Yeah. Hey, if I got the DAZN deal, I probably still wouldn't have DAZN. That's probably true.
If you got a DAZN deal, they better be giving you DAZN for free, or they getting it.
Yeah, of course.
You can watch it for the first month. I think that's going to be free.
I think Gary Russell Jr. I think Gary Russell Jr. should win this one. Not easy, because I think Joseph Diaz has the activity to make it difficult, and I think Gary Russell Jr. gets a little bit too stuck in the game of fighting. Like he doesn't stick to what he is very good at, which is boxing. Sometimes he sticks to a brawl. Sometimes he gets stuck into the other guy's game plan. But I still think Gary Russell's a more proven guy. I still think he's the better puncher, the better boxer, the faster boxer. I think he's better in almost every conceivable category than Joseph Diaz. And plus, he has top 10, top 15 wins to back it up. So I'm going Gary Russell Jr. to win by decision.
Yeah, he's having his annual fight. I think he's obviously had plenty of time to train. He should be good. And I think it's a Russell family day out for the whole card, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Emmanuel Alim is on the card as well.
Oh, shout out to Lynn coming back. Versus who?
Juan de Angel.
Oh, yeah, he's meant to win. All right, shout out to Lynn, meant to win.
So, yeah, that's my pick. Put it on the board there.
Doomy, you know these guys?
Yeah. I'm on the chat. It's a close pick for me. I could side with Matt on a decision win for Gary, or I could actually see the same thing happen for Jojo. If he stays disciplined throughout the fight, I think he has a good shot at just taking this win in a unanimous decision.
That's a great pick there, Doomy.
Yeah.
Great deep pick. I love it.
Yo, are these gonna lap over or not? You said no, this is gonna be a co-main. We might have to do a main event. A fight chat for this because, as I took these headphones off, walked off to turn on the air, I said to myself, JoJo ain't got no fucking shot. And I said, damn, I should say that on air. I was like, man, don't be mean. But you know what? JoJo ain't got no fucking shot.
You kind of said it. You kind of said it anyway when you.
Yo, he's Mikey without any power.
Mikey who?
Garcia. Mikey Garcia has power.
I swear to God, please, Lord, when are you gonna put us in studio so I could just reach over and ring this motherfucker's neck?
I'm agreeing with you. He's a technical boxer, and who's Mexican.
Oh, he ain't Mikey, dog. Yo, if he was technical, his wins would look better. His wins, even if he didn't have power, he's not, bro.
No, I think the reason why his wins don't look good is because he's technical without power.
I think he gets a little wide. I think he gets a little bit overzealous. He doesn't have the power to be acting as confident as he does.
That's because he's fighting. Look at the competition he's fighting. When he's getting into like the 8th or 10th round, he's thinking, I've won every round up to this point. Yeah, I may start winging punches, trying to get some sort of knockout, but he doesn't have any power. He's a Paulie. Like, he's one of those guys.
I don't know. Damn, is he really Paulie? What's the statistics on the knockouts for him? Oh, he's got 14, bro.
Out of how many wins?
Out of 26.
It's 54% or something like that.
Still a good percentile. His last 5 is UD KO. Last one was a KO versus Victor Terraza. Wait a minute. Wasn't Terraza a fucking... I knew it. Oh my God. Wait. How heavy is Jojo Diaz? He's 135 or 130?
He's 126.
126.
Oh, well, Terraza's a good win. That's not bad. Terraza fought Leo Santa Cruz back in the day. He fought a bunch of people. Maharez. He fought.
It's no Oscar Escandon. Like it's
no Oscar Escandon. Who Gary Russell just beat?
Yeah, I don't know if that's his last one. I think it's the one before it.
I mean, it's not. This is a mandatory, remember. You know, he's here because he earned his position.
I would have liked for Joseph Diaz to get a top 10 win before heading into this fight, just so we know more about what he's capable of.
But I think that's exactly why I feel confident in saying he has no shot. I think that the promoters and the matchmakers knew that, and that's why they didn't risk a top 10. And instead, they lined him in a mandatory position so that his first loss is to a champion, and it doesn't look that bad. You could bounce back from that. I mean, not that you can't bounce back from any loss, but
looks better.
From grace is a lot shorter and softer if you lost to Gary Russell, the fast punching, lightning hands only lost to Lomachenko. Whereas versus you go in there and you fight another 126 pounder, I don't know, Johnny Gonzalez.
And lose to Johnny Gonzalez. That looks a lot worse. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is this WBC?
Yes.
It is.
All right. How many eliminators did Jojo Diaz have to go through to get this mandatory spot?
I have no idea.
I just wondered.
It doesn't look like many. I'm
probably less than Dillian White, yeah.
Well, no, this is the thing. I think that it's because he's been ranked with them. If you look, he's been ranked since 2015 as the NFBA champion. That's when he won that belt. Now, remember, each sanctioning body has a regional title. One, there's NABF, and then there's I don't know, some other shit.
I don't care.
Each one has a regional, that because you can't just jump up to like a full belt. They want that money from the beginning. It's like dues, man. It's like fucking
union dues, or
it's like union dues, bro. Like, you got to keep paying, and then eventually you get your shot. And that's, I think, how he got here, bro, because he's literally not fought any big name, but just a bunch of decent names, like, Rene Alvarado. I seen another one there that I know.
Rene Alvarado's a decent one.
Yeah, he's got another one though. Velez. I don't know this Horacio. I got to see this kid's face.
If you run down the list, you'll just see that he's fought opponents with good records. I mean, and obviously
but the records don't mean nothing. Those
obviously they don't mean everything. But take into account, and then you go back and you
take what into account? What are you telling us to
take into account the records of the opponents, and then going back in and further looking into those fighters and seeing what kind of opposition they've been up against. So I'm not going to say that it's been star opposition, top opposition, but it's been good fights. If you go back and look at it, what kind of fights where I see Gary really winning against Jojo is in the speed. I mean, it's not really too much disadvantages. Same reach. Jojo probably has like two.
Man, you're bugging, bro. Not too many. The experience factor. Jojo ain't been on the stage. He's been fighting his whole career. Fantasy Springs. Has he had the occasional fight on the big stage?
They're both professionally. Gary has 2 fights more than him. I mean, other than that,
but you're falling into numbers. I keep telling you, you're looking at those numbers and you think it means something because Gary has 2 more fights. That's due to inactivity. I mean, Rob's been mentioning over and over his annual fight.
Okay, so you got Vasil Lomachenko. That Gary fought. Patrick Hyland and Oscar Escadon, right? Other than that, who else on this resume that he has is like super good?
Who? Johnny fucking Gonzalez, bro.
Gary Russell's that resume.
That's what I'm saying. You casual fucking 5.0 trying to talk slick.
Wait. I'm talking about.
Hold on. Who is Joseph Diaz beat? That's good.
Yo, this guy.
I'm not saying.
Peels over here.
What I'm saying is that you guys are acting like JoJo isn't ready for this.
He ain't ready. That's the whole. My whole point is that his promoters, his handlers, did not put him in with Oscar Escaldon or Johnny Gonzalez.
On very quickly,
or even Chris Avalos.
Was Lubin ready for Jamel Charlo? No.
Yeah, but that's not the same comparison.
In retrospect, you want to say no now? You're a fucking hater.
You want to compare Lubin, a way younger fighter. These guys
Lubin was 2016 fucking prospect of the year, bro. Like people thought about him as and listen, Diaz too. Diaz is heavily touted.
And I'm saying, look, neither Joseph Diaz or Lubin had top 10 wins going into the championship fights.
Listen, enough about that fight. Let's talk about this fight. How many knockouts does Gary have? Is he a knockout artist?
No. Stop letting Matt do that. Get the fuck out of here. Yo, stop trying to put Lubin in this basket with this kid, bro. Lubin was killing his fucking foes, murdering them, and we were excited. Ain't nobody excited about Jojo Diaz. When the last time I fucking watched this fight when it wasn't work? Tell him to make me not feel like it's work, then I'll fucking enjoy it. Get out of here with that bullshit.
Well, what JoJo needs he needs a spectacular win, and he needs it against an opponent like Gary Russell Jr. I don't think that his handlers are doing anything and trying to make him look optimistic and all this other stuff y'all talking about.
Optimistic Doomy.
Wait on. You're picking Gary Russell though, right?
Excuse me?
You're picking Gary Russell though, right?
Nah, I'm still in between. You know, I didn't make my pick yet.
Make your pick so we can move the fuck on.
Come on, 1:05 in the morning. Fuck's sake.
No, y'all got to make your picks.
We already picked Gary Russell.
Robbie, I'm talking about Robbie.
It's all right. I said Gary Russell. Gary Russell, yeah. You can pick what you want and change it in the chat.
Gary Russell by unanimous decision, like a long, like a real.
A long unanimous decision.
Long unanimous.
I mean, a big difference, like a big difference, like a real big difference on the scorecards.
Wide on the cards, yeah.
Yeah, wide on the cards.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, I just said it, Gary.
Yo, I got to deal with two Matts. This motherfucker made me argue with him only to pick the same pick.
Listen, I told you what JoJo needs to do. I didn't know where did I say that he was going to win. I'm telling you, the guy's got to give him more credit on the way his handlers are bringing him up. That's all I'm saying.
Why? Why do we credit him that?
Giving him credit for keeping
because you look a fighter has to dare to be great. He ain't gonna be great fighting the same position that he's fighting.
Great, Doomy, don't you get it? He's not dead. He's in a fucking mandatory. If he was daring to be great, he had a top 10 name on his resume.
They put him there because they believe in him, not because they think that that's better for him to lose against a champion. Come on, bro.
Hold on, Jimmy. You said handlers are doing the right thing. What are they doing that's right?
What I'm saying earlier, Ness said that they put him in that position.
Doomy.
Yeah.
How many more people thought Erickson Lubin would beat Jamel Charlo than they think Diaz would beat Gary Russell?
Oh, yeah. Okay. You're going to make that argument. All right. A lot of people, and Lubin was a lot more popping.
And even after Lubin got knocked out, people like, yo, they rushed him. When half the world thought he was ready, now they rushed him. So you're telling me that Gary Russell is Diaz is doing what? Like,
I think he's in a great position.
Why?
That's all I'm saying. Because he has an opportunity to beat a champion. Come on, man.
So Lubin was in a great position when he had zero experience to be in there?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, but I'm not making Matt's argument. I don't believe that.
Yeah, but Matt wants to make everything seem like it's the same. You're talking about Jamel Charlo. Somebody's been knocking guys out. Gary Russell has not been knocking guys out. So when you're putting up Lubin against Jamel Charlo, it's different to me.
It's not about knocking somebody out. It's the likelihood of winning.
Hey, Rob.
Likelihood of
Rob.
Yes. None of us are picking him. None of us are picking Joseph Diaz. So obviously the likelihood is fucking zero, motherfucker.
Who's arguing that, you idiot?
Wait, Rob.
Hello.
So Gary Russell isn't knocking nobody out, just his last 3 fights, but nobody.
Yeah, he fights once a year, and it's caused this argument.
Guy out of here. He should be in traffic right now.
He TKO'd people, and that's a big difference. So get your shit straight, brother.
But he's still gonna win. It doesn't matter.
Matt, stop. Matt,
he's going to win, motherfucker.
Matt, stop acting like Super Saver Ho and let Ness answer the question. Is it KO and TKO the same thing? No, it's not.
Hey, I'll tell you when it's
the same thing.
Wait. Do me. I'll tell you when it is the same thing. I'll tell you when it is the same thing. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
When it's a streak. Go back and check Gennadi's record. Did he knock out everyone KO? Or did he get TKOs and it was still?
You're still not answering. You're comparing apples to apples. I'm telling you, is there a difference between?
What was that? I'm comparing apples to
apples. Yeah, apples to apples. It's somebody. You're mentioning Triple G. You're mentioning Triple G stopping people by multiple shots. What are you saying to me, Ness? It's the same thing that Gary Russell did, right? What I'm saying is the difference between TKO and KO. A KO is one shot, knockout.
I am so excited.
God,
I am so excited. Doomy has me hyped.
Yeah, crazy right
goes off the ledge for the B side. I love it, man, because he goes off the ledge for the B side.
I'm not even going for the B side. I never said that JoJo was gonna win. I'm arguing for his position where he is right now, and that he at the end of the day,
his position is that he gonna lose.
Says you.
He's on a 3.
Because you picking Gary Russell.
No, that's what I'm saying. I didn't argue that. Says you. Okay.
Says you. He's on a 3 TKO. He's on a 3 TKO winning streak, and you've picked him to win by UD. So
yeah, unanimous decision. But I'm not giving him nothing else. I'm not saying that he's gonna finish JoJo. That he's gonna
long. You said it's a long decision, right?
It's gonna be if JoJo doesn't decide to freaking do something different besides what he's been doing mostly in these fights, where It looks like he's just getting tired a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is, but maybe he'll be great in a position where he can really boost up his stock. You know, sometimes you put fighters in positions where they have to kick up, and some really do kick up.
Yo, I don't think Doomy been here long enough to even know what this is. Nestor. What is that, Doomy?
I don't even know.
Does it sound like Nestor? But it's not.
What does it sound like?
There's a message.
Exactly. That's from isn't it? Don't drink your juice from the Menace Society, whatever. The don't drink your juice in the
oh shit.
Every time there was like a pro-black like positive thing, it was like, oh no, I've hit the wrong one. It was like, all right. So my message is Gary Russell only has 20,000 followers on Instagram. Sad music, please, someone.
We got more on the Boxing Voice IG, yeah?
Yeah, we do.
That's sad. That's so fucking sad.
But listen,
maybe he tweets once a year.
There's a pattern, and we continue to prove it to be true. Gary Russell is a terrible interview. No personality at all.
It's rough.
And look at his numbers. Everyone who's a terrible interview. We did a show yesterday. Shout out to Rodney Blake on the On Demand show. If you want to do your own On Demand, any topic you want us to discuss, head on over to ThaBoxingVoice.com/on demand and, cater your show to your liking the way that Rodney did. I don't even know why I went into that. Whatever.
And quickly, Super Chat, the Roadshow Morris.
Yo, don't forget we need your top 5 cities. We're gonna be doing a TBV tour this year, and we need your top 5. Yeah, we're thinking this year, but we might kick it off January next year. We just don't know. A lot of planning into touring, baby. We hitting the road though. We packing it up. We gonna do a tour. And Doomy will literally be able to use his excuse every day. He'll be in traffic.
Call me Traffic Master. Say what? I think I got to get the car that Robbie made a meme at. I got to get this car to get through the traffic I'm in. It's terrible out there.
So everybody is going with Mr. Gary Russell.
Talk about Mikey, the one you really want.
Oh, I know we got so many topics. We need to speed this up. You taking too long.
Me?
Mikey, what's the deal with Mikey? What did Eddie really offer him, Robbie?
I thought we were going to do Selby Warrington, but it's all good.
Come on, talk about the zone. You got to talk about the zone.
Go into Selby Warrington. I told you before if you wanted to talk about. I know Selby. I mean, I'll talk about him.
I know.
Yeah, Lee Selby, Josh Warrington. At the what else we got? Howard Davis is on the card. Jack Catterall's on the card.
Oh, Howard Davis he left Frank, right? He's with Matchroom, or he
left Matchroom and went to Frank, yeah. And he recently just said he knows none of that DAZN money would have been for him.
Yo, going to Frank Warren at this point is like, I don't know, signing like, I mean, at least Warren still has a channel, so I can't call him Gary Shaw or I don't know. It's just, it feels like a letdown, right? For Davis to be on the Warren side.
It's like signing the Golden Boy Promotions right now.
Not really. Golden Boy has HBO if they could put together a sexy enough fight.
But they have like 2 cards a year on HBO and like 4 cards a year on ESPN. Like Golden Boy has been struggling. Like Top Rank has ESPN.
Dog, globally, Golden Boy Promotions is more known than Frank Warren, bro.
Well, of course, but I'm talking about like a U.S. comparison. That's what I'm talking about here.
Anyway, we said we're getting caught in the weeds and shit.
But you're not. I mean, promoters are promoters, bro.
I don't know what that means, but digressing.
It means that it's better for you to be globally known than just regional.
No, I understand that Golden Boy is globally known, but in the U.S. market, I would say Golden Boy is the Frank Warren right now in 2018. But digressing.
I don't know because the equivalent of Box Nation is Showtime. If you didn't know, Sky Sports is HBO.
But Showtime has a much healthier schedule than HBO. HBO has had 2 cards this year.
Understood.
Showtime had
budget, but the bigger budget and the more subscribers is on Sky.
That's not necessarily. Sky. I'm talking about you're talking about HBO and.
We are, but remember that HBO is Sky. HBO is Sky in my comparison.
I understand. But isn't it been rumored that Showtime's budget is now larger than HBO's? Like, that's been the rumor forever now, that HBO's budget's smaller than Showtime's budget for boxing. Not that their subscriber base, their budget for boxing.
I'm just going as a fighter too, man. Fighters prefer to be on Sky Sports. There's more people watching. Budget's bigger. The checks are better. I even think the production looks better. Well, I can't say the production.
No,
I like Box Nation's production. And you know what else I'll give to Box Nation in terms of credit? They started their media campaign way before Sky Sports. I've been watching, Frank, so I seen that. You know, they do these really nice overlaid videos for IG for their press conferences and all that. They were doing that first than any other promoter out there. Even though they might not get their credit, I will give them their credit.
But yeah, Lee Selby, Josh Warrington, massive home stadium fight for Josh Warrington. The crowd is going to be absolutely insane.
How big is it? How big is the stadium supposed to be?
I think
we were supposed to be out there for this one, bro.
Mm-hmm. We were supposed to be out here for a live podcast, but
I think it's going to be around 40,000.
Yeah, but it's just this kid. He fell off, this Welsh Mayweather guy, bro. He was like, you know, people were caring when, you know, we thought he was some version of Welsh Mayweather, and then he came to the U.S. and he was really flat, bro. He was really flat. Isn't this the guy that had like some weird fights with the Chinese guy or something like that?
Well, I don't know about anything about the Chinese guy, but I'll say this, that you are definitely right about Lee Selby coming to America with Carl Frampton and the likes and looking flat. You know, not making the most opportunity, not capitalizing on it. I know he's looked better since he's gone back in the UK. He has looked better since going back to the UK, but
he has little lulls in fights, I think. Like, because he is super skilled. I think he's very, you know, he's super drilled. He's really good, but
he's got no power, so that's why
neither guys have got of the guys have got knockout power. But I think Selby's gonna box Warrington to a easy decision. I think. But I think Warrington will have his moments because he's going to, especially early on in the fight, the crowd is, I'm serious, this is going to be, just to see a fight with an atmosphere, this is going to be electric.
Yo, based on Warrington's fucking resume, he ain't, I don't want to be that harsh, but like, Selby is levels above the Sky.
No, he is.
I personally know Joel Bruckner. It's funny, when I started this, he was on this show all the time. He's from Australia, that kid. And he's never been able really to get that, you know, that next swing. That he gets to that trampoline, but he just can't spring off it correctly. So beating Bruckner, you know, not much, but at least Bruckner made it to HBO. He came to the U.S. He was signed to Gary Shaw. Patrick Hyland, same thing. Only reason I know Patrick Hyland, only reason half the boxing world knows Patrick Hyland is because he was signed to Snooki Promotions, bro. So when things like this happen in the boxing world, it's like big news and funny news. It's like Snooki from Jersey Shore all of a sudden decides to start a promotion, and she gets these Hyland brothers, and they both end up being B-sides. Gamboa beat Hyland long time ago, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Where's Gamboa's name? Fortuna there. Who else? Where's Gamboa? Where are you, Gamboa? Am I wrong about this? Fuck.
You could be. You could have got Fortuna and Gamboa mixed up, you know.
No. But Gamboa definitely beat a Hyland too. There must be another one.
Or there's
two of them. There's the brothers, so it could have been that way. Or I could be just skimming too fast. Whatever. The point is, Selby is more experienced, in my opinion. He's at least got that international experience too. You know, he's come to the U.S. He didn't look that great, but he got the win. He knows how to box. This is a guy with 9 knockouts. Like, he knows how to box. It's just not going to be exciting.
Whoa. Come on, Rob. You had your pick. Let me pick. Come on.
Yeah, because
fall back.
I haven't just argued to the whole fucking show, but carry on, yeah.
I know it's your topic, but it's my topic now. Selby should win this one, I think, hands down, in the sense that I think everyone should be picking Selby, but Warrington, I think, is going to have more than just spots in this fight. I think Warrington's going to make this close, competitive, fun, entertaining. I've seen Lee Selby struggle at times, and get roughed up at times, I would say as well. That yes, he is a skilled boxer, but because he doesn't have power, guys can pressure him. Guys cannot respect him. Warrington will not respect him. And while Warrington doesn't have the power, I think, to really, capitalize on his aggression, his output, that will still, I think, cause him to win at least, 4 rounds. I think it's going to be like an 8-4, maybe 7-5 decision for Selby. And I think Selby should win it. And I don't know what's really next for him. I think this is sort of his ceiling. But like you said, great domestic fight. Definitely going to be a huge atmosphere. Can't wait to watch it on a stream. Shout out to all the legal streams out there. And Bruce.
I'll tell you what is more than likely going to happen. The winner of this fight gets Carl Frampton at Windsor Park in Northern Ireland. So that's going to be another massive outdoor fight.
Too bad Frampton Selby didn't happen 3 or 4 years ago. Unfortunately.
Yeah, but apparently Frampton's going to be ringside. But Coach Middy is going to be there as well. So he's going to witness this electric atmosphere because Warrington is kind of like what Ricky Hatton was to Manchester. He's for Leeds. He's
what though? Like he's done nothing.
No. You don't understand. Ricky Hatton, huge Manchester City football team supporter, right? And Josh Warrington has been. He used to goes all the time to every football match at Leeds United. He's a really nice character, like great with the people, and he's just got the support of his. Massive support from his own town, and that the ring walk always starts off with a song from the football team that they always sing at the football match, and then it goes into this crazy like I Predict a Riot rock song, and the place is just going to be absolutely jumping. So if anyone probably catch it, I've asked Coach Middy to record the ring walk if you can, just to get that atmosphere, and I'll put it on the TBV Twitter account and things like that. But it's they go absolutely fucking crazy, jumping, bouncing. It's going to be nuts, but. Could be a fun fight, but I think Selby's just too schooled. He's gonna should get this pretty easy. So Mikey Garcia, eventually we got there.
Yeah.
Apparently, Eddie Hearn has made 2 offers to Mikey Garcia. To which was it Robert Garcia said
to LA Setback.
It was a hell of an offer, but it's still less than we're getting for Robert. My next fight,
which is rumored to be the Robert Easter fight in July.
Yeah. So to me, that just sounds like hardball. They know there's this big $1 billion pot, and to say it's a hell of an offer, but it's less than what we've got, less than what we're getting next. I don't know. That sounds like they're just playing a bit of hardball and trying to get as much as they can, which obviously makes sense. But
I don't know, man. I think we need to take it as truth. I mean, a lot of you UK guys take everything Eddie Hearn says as truth. When Eddie says Deontay's never made more than $1 million, everyone believes it. And now here we are, speaking of the same promoter who loves to say people don't get paid, yet he made an offer once again, extremely low, and once again, the U.S.
no one's saying
fighter is rejecting the offer.
Very quickly, Robert Garcia himself is saying it's a hell of an offer. So literally no one is saying it's a low offer. No one is saying that.
It's lower than what he's getting paid for his next fight.
That is accurate. But that's not what you said.
And remember, Eddie isn't sending an offer for one fight. Are you going to assume he's sending an offer for one fight, Matt? Go ahead and lie on this show.
The multiple fight deal, of course. But he's saying per fight, it's going to be less than we make for this.
So think about that offer again. He's sending an offer that's equivalent to what the dude's getting in his next fight.
No. That's not. I don't think that's what he's saying.
It might be a 3-fight deal that when you divide it by 3, it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So, no one is saying that, Ness. I think, again, you are in your Eddie Hearn hate. Man.
Eddie Hearn hate. This guy.
So I'm sure Eddie's got to make signings. He's got to make this $1 billion work, basically. Yeah. So to think that he might go, well, take it or leave it, and Mikey leaves it, I think that would be a huge mistake. He's got to get at least this one big star signed up, and then people will go, shit, Mikey Garcia signed up. All this time he's been doing everything on his own and doing big money or whatever, but he's actually gone over to Matchroom. So people will then follow.
To show that day that Eddie signs a Heyman fighter.
Do you consider Mikey a Heyman fighter? Even though he's not technically signed to Heyman?
Yeah, no, I consider him a Heyman fighter at this point, bro. It's like what? Goodfellas, Godfather, you know what I mean? It's like, yo, you don't accept favor after favor. There's a verbal contract there, bro. There's a verbal contract.
I definitely understand what you mean. I probably agree with it as well. I think Mikey is going to sign to DAZN and Eddie. I think it's the easiest signing Eddie can make at this point. It's a name in his prime. I don't know how big of a name, but it's a name in his prime that's got his biggest win recently against Adrien Broner. It should be somebody he picks up, and if he doesn't, I'll be concerned about DAZN moving forward.
Yeah, but if you're Mikey, how do you fight anybody on DAZN? Because not only are you accepting this money, but you're also accepting that your fights are on this network that no one is fighting on.
But again, it could be, I mean, I don't know whether Al Heyman guys have contracts through Showtime, right?
They don't need a contract, bro.
No, but exactly for DAZN. I think potentially these guys don't need a DAZN contract to be fighting Mikey Garcia or on Mikey Garcia cards on DAZN.
But that next fight is going to be on DAZN, though.
For Mikey, yes. But again, look at
opponent.
Let me finish. Daniel Jacobs has an HBO deal, right? Jared Miller doesn't have an HBO deal. All these other guys don't have HBO deals, but they get on his card, right? They figure out a way every time to get per fight deals for this network. Yes, Ness?
I just don't think you're understanding me. You're arguing something completely different.
He's saying no one's going to see the fight, basically.
No, I'm not saying they're not going to see it. I just find it difficult for them to get a fighter to fight Mikey. That's like, how does Loma all of a sudden say, yeah, buy ESPN, I'm coming to DAZN? Yeah, right. Because Bob Arum's deal with ESPN is on the backbone of guys like Lomachenko and Crawford and
like top ranks guys have it like basically exclusive deals to ESPN. That's not said, but Bob Arum basically says that his guys.
Right, so you're Mikey at 135. Maybe they offer Mikey enough money to get him on there. They also now got to offer Robert Easter enough money. Because if not, Robert Easter walks.
Yes.
Because he's going to hear the news about Mikey.
Well, Ness, I mean, you brought this up when we first broke the news of this deal, is that it could end up being another, not necessarily Cold War, but it's another network that has relationships and things and etc.
That's exactly why That's exactly why I said I can't wait for the day for him to sign an Al Heyman fight. I want to do a show and I want to see what it means for us, because I don't think that Al took all these fighters and brought them to one location to then all of a sudden start saying, you know what? Fuck it, let everybody go back into the wild.
I would argue that Daniel Jacobs is already that guy. That
move, brother.
I understand, but that to me was the one little cog in the fucking dam, and the whole thing might be going down. Not necessarily that these guys are leaving Heyman, but if you're Heyman, why not piggyback off of the money that DAZN and HBO is giving your fighters? Why not?
Listen,
go get the bag.
Let me just get my points on the 2 cents on the Daniel Jacobs thing. I just feel like that is something that, as a businessman that Al Heyman is, it's a metaphorical bag. You don't leave on the table. Yes, you have all the other middleweights, but there's still two guys that are doing 1.3 or 2 million pay-per-views. That's still a significant amount of money that you're leaving out there. So you're sending one guy to get it, though. We haven't seen any other signings, bro.
That's true. No, I understand your point. I think right now it's all really up in the air. Like,
and remember, Jacobs didn't have anything in the Heyman world left, right? I mean, I don't know. I'm not thinking clearly enough, but
Carlo, and
do you see any other 160 fights for Daniel Jacobs out there? And remember Jacobs' words: "You're not touching M's.
No. But just under the Heyman stable, I think you really only have Charlo, and then like guys like Emmanuel Lean, guys of that level.
Exactly. So there's not a reign for Jacobs. He had a ceiling. They had to move him as a business. They moved him.
My argument necessarily isn't about Heyman being okay with this, but fighters looking at Jacobs and going, look, he went and got it back from HBO and still signed to Heyman. And now, let's say if you're somebody else, not Mikey, you're saying Mikey's about to go get it back from DAZN. But I'm with Heyman. I can still go get it back from these network. If you're a fighter, you may be thinking that. Just throwing it out there.
It's not happening that way because Mikey does have options. Look at what Heyman did for him. He's like, yo, man, we want you to work with us. Come out of retirement. Come work with us. All right, Heyman. I need a tune-up. Sure. Here's Rojas, I think his name was.
Yeah.
Boom. All right, yo. I don't need no more of this bullshit. I'm ready to get in action. I want a title shot. All right. I want to keep you happy, Mikey. Here's lots of cannon. All right, thanks, Al. I'm going to keep working with you. Handshakes. Because allegedly there's no paper with these guys. After that, all his interviews, I want to be great. I want to be great. I don't want meaningless fights. I don't want to just defend belts. I want to be great. He served them Al, bro. I mean, Al served him Broner.
No. I understand, and I agree.
I'm just trying to make my case for. There's no way they've invested in Mike. There's no way. I'm not saying. Let me stop saying there's no way because maybe Al and Eddie have some shit going on.
And but remember, the way that surprising. That would not be surprising at all.
The way that Eddie was talking to me about Al and checks and like that's not how you talk to a potential business partner or about a business partner. Like you don't go on an interview and act as if Al is, breaking the Muhammad Ali act, but all of a sudden you're going to be breaking bread with him. I don't know. Is he that type of guy?
Look, I agree with you. I think DAZN has a huge uphill battle to climb, but there is a percentage chance that these things happen. For these nature, it could be a 10% chance, a 15% chance, a 25% chance. I don't know, but there is a chance. The zone is not completely, bit out, up of a creek without paddle. Like they can do something. They have the money to do something. Eddie has the money to throw these guys huge contracts. So potentially there are these possibilities. So I'm not going to throw it out there and say that it's not happening or it's never happening. I know you didn't say that, Ness, but I'm saying that I'm not going to do that.
As long as there's lots of money involved and fighters that want all the latest watches and fucking fast cars, there's always that possibility.
Same reason why we think AJ is going to come to the U.S. and fight for $50 million because that's $50 million.
Yeah, but that's my thing, bro. It's whatever. I don't want to keep dragging it on. We got to let callers in at one point, but dude, if the DAZN shit was so hot, it's so popping. You do keep Joshua in the UK. You don't let him fight Wilder. You give him that DAZN money to go fight other people. You know that. If you got $1 billion, you better invest it on the motherfucker that's making you millions.
He has Joshua could be on DAZN. That's not agent.
Eddie said that DAZN have got very deep pockets and they can just as much as Showtime can put in an offer.
Remember, UK
DAZN can put in a bid as well for fights.
That better be the move because why would you listen?
Because remember, Joshua
AJ to the UK.
Just for the listeners, Joshua is still signed to Sky Sports, but his US distribution rights are absolutely up. So Showtime, HBO, DAZN, they're all going to be bidding him this year.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
So you want me to wrap up this Gervonta Davis news?
Yes, let's talk about it.
Okay, well, obviously we know there's, he's maybe not a little happy and he hasn't got Mayweather on his side maybe. Well, last night, and now I believe it's deleted. I can't find it. It's deleted. But
it's deleted.
There you go. Someone tweeted, I wonder when is at Gervonta contract up with Mayweather Promotions, and then like the thinking emoji. And then Gervonta replied, me too. So he wants to know when his contract's up as well. So
maybe he shacks his manager.
Who turned up for the Badou press conference, but I don't remember seeing him.
That's not his manager. That's his promoter.
All right, promoter.
And then obviously Mayweather came out and talked to boxing scene and said that Davis would absolutely have knocked out Lomachenko in the fight. Further throwing his man under the bus for a Lomachenko fight.
I don't think he's throwing him under the bus. I think he's starting to believe it because of the knockdown. But you know what? We can't take too much into account.
But that article came out after the tweet, so that's why I think causality.
Yeah, and didn't Bob? Wasn't there a story with Bob saying that Mayweather had called to destroy destroy Tank Davis for the Loma fight? I don't know,
but that's my thing. Did Bob go ahead and say, "Oh, I quote Mayweather said this"? Like, you know what I mean?
No, it was in quote marks. I don't know, but yeah, it is what it is. And then
it was in quote marks.
No.
Yeah, it was on the article. It was quote, but whether they quote Bob as saying it or whether they're saying Bob is quoting Mayweather saying it, I'm not sure. But very little news. But Errol Spencer's apparently already done 10,000 tickets.
That was impressive because he did 12,000 in the Barclays Center, man. Man, I think we really need to go to that fight. I contacted the studio that we were in the last time we were in Dallas. Just I'm waiting on the engineer to call me back to make sure we could do the show from there.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
Yeah. So are you finally going to agree to go in, Matt, or what?
Yeah, finally agree. Like I haven't agreed 3 months ago.
Oh, 3 months now.
There's a lot of red tape that needs to be taped.
Yo, 6 months ago I said let's go. I don't know why you're stretching this out, bro.
Well, there's a lot of tape that needs to be taped.
We're doing this 6 months ago.
Also,
it's my birthday weekend too. Like, there's a lot of tape, B. A lot of tape with them super chats.
There was a little bit more on Jared Hurd and Cal Brook.
Yeah, he called out Cal Brook, so
pretty
it
much
it up. DAZN.
Quickly,
yeah.
I want to say this: the article.
Robert Easter, DAZN. That's why it's not announced. Jared Hurd, Cal Brook, DAZN. That's why it's not announced. You know it.
That would be lit.
Yeah.
I'll say this: the article headline for that said Jared Hurd is going to offer up his titles for the fight with Cal Brook, and I was thinking, of course he is. That's how a fight works. Dumbass quote. And digressing very fast. We skipped a topic, a topic panel. Tony Bellew versus
Bellew. Is there nobody really cares about that? I don't even know how.
I do. I do, but I'll do it quickly. Apparently talks are apparently Wardside are interested. And Nestor.
Head movement.
People. Yeah. As he talks, that's how I'm dodging that topic. It's like head movement.
So yeah, I personally like the fight. But anyway, and another quick one. George Grove was looking pretty sharp on the pads today. And so hopefully Chris Eubank, Groves is fit and Chris Eubank doesn't get that chance.
Yo, Groves looking pretty sharp on the pads.
After a shoulder injury.
He threw 4 jabs, fam. Come on.
Watch it again then. Do you want me to do you want to screen share it, Ness, and see if this is 4 jabs? Just to shut that up.
That's high.
Yeah, you're also sensitive, man. Come on.
No, but you put out Matt stats again, Matt.
Exactly. Oh my God.
I tried to tell you that's all he does. That's all.
Hyperbolic. Matt stats. Digressing. Kudos to him.
Don't be disingenuous. Come on, Rob.
Yeah. Kudos to you. Styles make fights. Bingo.
Let's get these thumbs up. Let's get these thumbs up going. I'm hitting the button right now. From 126, I've turned it to 127.
I was 39.
Hit it. Popping.
I was 39.
Styles makes fights.
He's back.
Bingo.
Avatar.
Laughing at me.
Yo, so you want to give us your take on Mikey?
Mikey has the ability.
I have to say, you were late.
Mikey, yeah, but I was walking the dog and I was still listening to the show on the chat.
He went and walked the dog. Oh my God.
I was on the chat.
It's terrible, man. I can't wait for that contract to come.
Listen, the dog needed to, relieve its bladder. I can't leave Tiger out there like that. But anyway, Mikey could do a lot of things. I don't know if he's
actually talking Bellew, bro. We're really not going backwards for you.
You just went into Bellew, but it's cool. It's cool. Yeah, Bellew fighting Andre Ward. I think that's a spectacular fight. It would attract. It would garner. Yeah, it would garner. It would garner a lot of attention. I think it'd be great for boxing. And you know what?
Andre Ward, he needs that attention.
I mean,
don't let him hate on you, Doomy.
I don't know. I don't know about him needing the attention. That's because you know, last time I checked, Andre Ward is a star. I mean, correct me.
What pay-per-view stats do you have?
Listen, you go straight to the numbers. I'm talking about it as an
what other metric are you using, Cap?
I'm saying him as a brand and him coming back and the way he left.
So your brand doesn't need you to do numbers?
Yo, Pittsburgh Brewers the only guy that buys here. Come on, fam.
Yo, you are something else. Both of you chop anything I say up before I even get everything across.
Yo, I know your girl.
It's amazing to me. It's amazing to me. It's just
girl's like, babe, you can't let them do that. You gotta read more.
Bro, I'm here in my office by myself.
No, Tiger's there.
Yeah, Tiger's there. Ladder's so well rested now.
Tiger's in the cage chilling bone with Matt's face on it.
You were on my side for the argument, and then you just done this shit argument.
Yo, like I said, he's talking about that he needs Bellew. I don't know. Anyway,
he do need Bellew, bro.
Why does he need Bellew, Ness?
Yo, Ward is the only dude that's retired that no one's asked to come back.
Why does he need Bellew?
I just told you.
What? Because what?
The only guy that's retired that no one's asked to come back.
Well, yeah, nobody's asking him. Who's the people that have to be asking him in order for you?
Not you.
Well, Doomsday. Listen to the topic. Tony Bellew versus Andre Ward.
All right, who wrote that topic?
My friend, what I'm saying, the topic is self-explanatory. It's Tony Bellew that's calling him out, meaning no one's asking him to come out of retirement. Mayweather's being called by a completely different combat sport. Marcos Maidana has been called out by everyone. Keith Thurman, Adrien Broner, and numerous. Do you need me to keep going with the amount of
I don't understand what these examples are for. What are they for? What are you trying to prove? What's the point?
When you are somebody calls you out. But Bellew,
it's because in the manner that Andre Ward left, he made it very clear, and everybody judged it as him being genuine. Now, why is it that he needs Bellew? Why does he need Bellew to come back? If there was another opponent,
two times ahead.
All right, but you're talking about it as a cruiserweight. What I'm saying is that he don't need Bellew.
Bellew's more popular than Ward.
Man, he don't need Bellew to make a comeback fight, man. Cut it the hell out, bro. Hey, yo, smash that like button. There's 376 people watching, only 141 thumbs up. Let's go.
He needs Bellew to make a payday. Name another payday as big as Bellew.
All right, so there's nobody else in the light heavyweight division. Hey, Badou Jack and Adonis
Stevenson. It ain't going to be at light heavyweight. It ain't going to be at light heavyweight, Doomy.
Oh, he's done, Rob? He's done?
Yo. Someone tell him that.
So Andre Ward only comes out for a cruiserweight fight. That's what you're saying?
Who represents more money, the heavyweight division or the light heavyweight division?
Anyway.
Andre Ward star.
Get over here! Who represents more money?
Tiger uppercut
or the light heavyweight division?
A light heavyweight clash could again be lucrative for Andre Ward. So shut up.
Light heavyweight class that's done 1 million pay-per-view buys.
There you go, Maddie. There you go, Maddie. Comparing the past to what could be in the present and future. Now get out of here with that.
But what do you base your arguments on if not fucking?
On what? I'm saying I'm arguing against you, and when you say that he needs Bellew to come back.
So name another.
I just did. And I'm not mentioning anybody at a 200-pound weight. I'm mentioning people in the light heavyweight.
Who?
The winner of Badou and Adonis.
It ain't bigger than Bellew Ward. That's what the fuck I'm trying to
All right, I didn't say it was bigger. That's not what you're trying to tell me.
That is.
You're saying that would be the better comeback for Andre Ward, which is a matter of opinion. You're saying still that he needs this. When you say he needs this, you tell me that he has to take that fight, that there's no other way he could come back. And I don't agree with that.
No, my stance on he needs it is more of a popularity thing. Like, he needs this to get like known. People don't know him.
Oh my head.
No,
Adrien Ward
IG numbers. I'm going to IG. I'm gonna just prove this fucking guy wrong.
Yo, if fucking Ryan Garcia has more IG followers than Andre Ward,
does, man. Andre Ward got 375.
Yo, it's done, doggy. It's done.
I bet you Tony Bellew has more than him too. Let's go to Tony. Let's go to Tony Bellew.
Yo, I'm gonna start gunning y'all. Because y'all really here looking at Instagram.
Yo, Tony
followers.
Bellew.
Why y'all looking at Instagram followers?
Tony Bellew, 2-time heavyweight winner, got more followers than your fucking.
What the fuck does followers have to do?
It don't fucking matter. Active
What
fight.
the fuck does followers have to do with anything?
Money.
Money, man. Get out of here,
A-side.
bro.
He coming into this fight as the B-side.
Yo, y'all got it twisted, bro. How the fuck social media stats convert into boxing, bro? How does that affect people? This ain't a popularity contest.
Why you not on TV? Why you not on TV? Ryan Garcia is.
Ryan Garcia.
Why are you not on TV and Ryan Garcia is?
Because Ryan Garcia is an active fighter.
He got a fucking million followers. That's why.
Are you talking about me personally, or are you talking about Andre Ward?
You personally.
What the fuck you bringing me into this, you numbnut? I'm a fucking amateur.
It don't matter. If you had a fucking following, you're
fucking following. You mentioned this shit that don't have to pertain with what I'm trying to say.
Negative.
You talking about that.
Listen and learn, brother. Listen and learn.
Teach.
Another amateur with one amateur fight had 25 million people watching him live. Live. He sold almost fucking 14,000 tickets.
Okay, so what are you trying to prove, though?
My sentence. Thank you, because he got a social media following.
So does it help? Yes.
So if you want to be
nobody's arguing that.
I'm not done. If you want to be a numbnuts, to use your words, if you want to be a numbnuts that was born in the 50s, like the rest of these grandpa, mom, and pop shops that don't have a social media fucking presence for their business, and you want to go under, well, then go under. But the fighters that do have a social media presence, they're on TV.
So you're arguing something that nobody's disagreeing with you.
No, you don't get it.
Nobody's disagreeing with you with that. So just cut it out. Stop trying to make me the contra against that.
Do me. Let me jump in very quickly because I have a calmer tone. Right? Do me. You argued that Tony Bellew is not necessarily the biggest fight for Andre.
No, that's not what I argued, Matt. That's not what I argued. Ness said that he needs Bellew to come back. I said that he doesn't need Bellew, that he has enough presence in the sport to come back with somebody else.
Relax. I'm not Ness. Relax there, Doomy. Smoke some OG. It's okay.
No,
but
no more.
Again, you're arguing a semantical point about the word need. Throw out the word need. Let's say what's the most desirable, what's the biggest fight out there for Andre Ward? It's Tony Bellew. That's what Ness is talking about.
That's what's hot right now.
So again, you are arguing a semantical point that is redundant and pointless to.
Listen, get to the point, Matt.
You guys both agree.
You know nothing about the business. A retired man coming back for no fucking dangerous fight. He coming back for a nice check. Get your
nah, get out of here. Now you just want to throw shit out there, bro. The fact of the matter is you said that he needed it, and I'm saying he don't. That's that. And then you want to mention IG followers. Like, I don't know that IG and social media has a big impact on fights being made. I know that, Ness. I'm not arguing that, Ness. And you're not going to sit here and tell me because Ryan Garcia has this much amount of more followers than Andre Ward that he's more popping automatically and that he has more of a presence and an impact on the sport than Andre Ward does. Andre Ward comes back. A lot of people are going to be there to watch Andre Ward. Get out of here, man.
I never said that, did I?
Let's move on.
Ryan Garcia is more popping than Andre Ward.
We're not going to move on because you don't get it.
Remember callers?
You don't get it.
Put some respect on Ward's name. That's all I'm saying.
We just went and we discussed Adonis Stevenson and Badou Jack, who both have under 150,000 followers.
You know what the viewership for that fight's going to be on Showtime? Really bad.
500,000 maybe. This motherfucker just don't get it, and you don't want to learn.
Oh my God, you still trying to teach me something I already know.
What is it that you know when you?
I know that I just told you that social media impacts fights in manners.
Don't you get it?
I don't get where we get lost.
How do you know when you matchmake a fight that won't get watched? That's what you're doing.
I'm matchmaking a fight that don't watch. I didn't even matchmake a fight.
Watched.
I didn't even matchmake a fight.
170,000 people? That's who's gonna watch Adonis Stevenson versus fucking Andre Ward or Badou Jack versus Andre Ward. 150,000 people.
Listen, depending on the impact.
You know how many motherfuckers are gonna buy Tony Bellew versus Ward in the UK?
Oh my God! I'm not arguing that this is the most spectacular fight, Ness. It all comes back to you saying that he needed this fight.
He needs him. What the fuck don't you get? Is the biggest check, motherfucker.
All right, I don't give a fuck about it being the bigger check. It's about you saying it and you're speaking in English.
I'm done. Deontay Wilder don't need Joshua. Joshua don't need Deontay Wilder neither.
Oh, here we go. Now you want to make it something else.
It's the same argument in every division.
No, it's not, man. No, it's not.
I'm done. Amateur. This guy's an amateur.
Sort it out in Border Wars 3 or something.
Oh, I like that.
Rob, we got to pin you up to Border Wars 3. You and Matt, matter of fact. I heard y'all was on the chat.
Oh, yeah.
Going back.
All right, let's get on to the sponsor so we can get the callers in here. You know the number 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time. The voice of your opinion here on the Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget you can add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation internationally or in the States. Doesn't matter. iPhone or Android, you can download the free Skype app and add Nestor Gibbs to be part of the conversation. Let's go.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Going out to Legendary Boxer. What's up?
What's going on, guys? Before we start, can you guys stop lying to the public and saying Eddie Hearn has $1 billion pot available to him? Can we stop this bullshit? Because I just did some research, and his deal is only 2 years guaranteed. So where the fuck is this $1 billion that Eddie has coming from? This is just a fake number that could be eventually realized if he has an 8-year deal. So he has a 2-year guaranteed deal right now, which is what, 125 a year? So let's say he has 250. Okay, that would be more accurate. That's enough dick riding for Matt and Rob. He has $1 billion. He does not have $1 billion. He can't even match Mikey's money that he's making with fucking PBC, and Mikey's not even the highest paid guy on PBC. Jesus fucking Christ! All I'm keep hearing is Eddie has $1 billion when he has a 2-year contract with DAZN. And also, this is what I was trying to tell you guys in the last show. Have you guys any idea how fucking horrible this streaming service is? Do you know what the Canadian customers that bought it for the NFL say about this piece of shit stream? Everybody on this site who's listening to the show needs to go on Twitter and follow an account called DAZN Sucks right now. It's full of fucking hundreds of customers saying it's the worst stream they have ever fucking bought. They said the speed is horrible, fights fucking buffer the whole time. There's videos on the fucking Twitter account showing how horrible it is. They said the fucking events never start live, so the fights are over and you're fucking waiting for the event to start. Is that what we want to fucking buy in America when we have Showtime and HBO? Really? Is that what we want, Matt? Because you've been doing a lot of fucking ass kissing, and you have
Matt's not buying it anyway. So what are we talking about?
Legendary boxer. I'm talking. I've never said I'm going to buy it. So why are you even lying?
Why are you fucking hyping it up like it's fucking the best thing since sliced bread when you have hyped it up?
When have I hyped it up, man?
Oh my God.
When have I hyped it up? Say.
You keep talking.
What have I said? Name one thing I've said.
It's such a great thing for boxing. How can it be great when it's a horrible?
Name one thing I've said. Name one thing I've said.
Horrible.
I think he read it somewhere.
Read what somewhere, Rob? Read what somewhere?
Well, you're coming in irate, saying Matt's been bigging it up and that Matt's buying it and shit, and he's clearly not buying it, and he's been pretty much shitting all over it.
Hyping it up. I didn't say Matt's buying the physical app like he's already bought it.
Hey, Legendary Boxer, let me ask you something.
Go ahead, Nestor.
I seem to recall you back in the day highly upset at guys like Steve Kim and other writers that were taking digs at PBC. So why now are you being hypocritical, coming back, taking digs at Eddie Hearn? Excuse me, I'm not done. Excuse me, I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm not done. Motherfucker.
Did they?
I don't know what the fuck you said. I was too busy saying I'm not done. You cut me off.
Sorry, go ahead.
I don't even know what I was trying to say anymore. You like fucking Matt.
I know what you're trying to say, but I'm saying PBC never asked you to pay $20 a month for a piece of shit streaming app that hundreds of Canadian customers are saying they don't want.
Dog, you saying hundreds of Canadian customers, right?
Hundreds.
Yeah, hundreds. But how many fucking people are on the service? How many millions of people view the service? Because is it even 10%? Is it 1%? How many is this fucking million this 100 of people that you speak of? You know what I mean? Like, you're just throwing out Matt stats right now.
Not even close to Matt stats.
Hello?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Well, we can't hear you anymore because your time is up, and we're not gonna get off on a bad foot just because you had a good call. We definitely have to keep the ball rolling. We're
Anyway,
go out.
Whoa! We have a boomeranger,
Okay.
Mr. Amin from New York.
Is he really not from New York? Because I could have sworn he was from New Jersey.
Just like the king is what I mean. The king is what I mean. My man, get a cup and put some change inside your hand. Now hold up. Let's make this official. Everybody that's agree that.
Amen.
Fellas, what's good, fellas? What's going on?
How you doing?
Real quick, I'm out in Miami. I'm going to make it quick. I got Adonis Stevenson over Badou Jack. I do think it's going to be a great fight. I don't know, man. I think Stevenson's power is an equalizer. Don't be surprised. And I nailed it last week. I'm going to throw another one out there. Don't be surprised if Stevenson gets wobbled and backed up against the ropes. He's going to look like he's out of it. He's not going to go down. That Haitian chin is stronger than the motherfucker, so he's not going to go down. But don't be surprised if he gets wobbled a little bit, but that power is going to be the equalizer. He's not going to knock Jack out, but he's going to hurt him enough. The rounds are going to be decisive. He's going to pull this one out. That's pretty much my call. I'm going to check in with y'all fellas on Sunday, and y'all be good, man. I'm out. What up?
How long you in Miami? I'm coming out this Sunday, B. What up?
Oh, I'm out here until Sunday, man. What time when you coming out?
Nah, I land in the morning. All good.
Yeah.
All good. It's all good. No, I mean,
yo, you know what though, Ness? I need to know where to get right. So have Matt or somebody hit me behind the scenes. I need to know where to get right on the Medicina.
For real. I got you. Yo, Igloo, help out my man's in. Yo, we got any more ringers?
No, legendary boxer says he's a boomeranger and wants to be boomerang back in.
Stunting. When he became a boomerang?
Maybe he is. We did open that up, right? Didn't we open up boomerang?
He's got to give me his real name. He ain't no boomeranger.
It can be his real name.
Yeah, but that's
legendary Heyman.
That's the only way I'm gonna know, bro. How I'm gonna know he's a boomerang? You know, he ain't no boomerang. He's stunting.
Who wants to hear such anger again? Come on.
I want to hear it. I love his calls. I don't know why y'all be hating. Matt. Oh,
I don't hate him.
I'm not hating. I just like if you're gonna say something about. Oh, let me finish this. If you're gonna say something about me and there's plenty to criticize me about, at least get it right. Like I have shit on DAZN countless times. I don't know.
He always just comes on. It doesn't matter what Matt says. He always hears it wrong and comes after Matt.
Anything, man.
It's a Matt stat about Matt's Matt stats.
Yeah. Yo, look at Casper. What is Casper doing over there?
Yo, I'm scared about him, man. I'm darker than him. I look more Latino than him.
Far too bright over there.
Yeah, I need some sun.
He doesn't need any milk.
He doesn't.
Yeah. Wait a minute, you're milkier than I am.
Oh, really?
No, he's not. Rob looks more tan than
I work out in the garden, mate. I'm all right. I'm good.
I don't know, man, but you guys just went from like the boxing hour to, you know, some real weird shit, right?
What?
Say that real fast.
You're the guy that gets your hands pedicured every day,
man. He's doing it now. He was doing a little buff a minute ago.
That's why my Nest stats are better than Matt's stats, doggy, because women want to be touched. Women want to be touched by manicured hands. You can't put your dirty ass hand by no puss. You know what I'm saying? Yo, this guy don't get it. He playing.
Man, stop.
They want man hands.
They want man hands. They don't want mat hands.
No, man hands, not girl hands.
Not troll hands.
Yo, hey, Rob, if you think that your girl is happy that you're beating her every night with them fucking rake glove hands that you got, you crazy. You better go get a pedicure and release all the calluses from right here. Nobody don't want to be touched. Yo, women love their butt rub. You think they want that shit done with your sandpaper hands? Get out of here, bro. You guys better take a look. This is why I was talking. Look, I was having lunch with the girl that I told you guys about.
Digressing. We got callers.
You digress. I was having lunch with the girl that I told our listeners on Overtime. This is Patreon only little subject here. We're going to be doing another podcast. It's going to be with this female. She works in the music industry, and it's going to be kind of like Taxi Cab Confessions, but a lot of twists. I'm gonna let Matt be on maybe one time. I don't know. Maybe I'll let him work the boards.
Yeah, I don't want to be on. I really don't care.
Maybe you can work the boards. Maybe you can work the boards, and it's gonna get crazy, bro. It's gonna get crazy. She was, we were having a conversation. She even mentioned bringing on Sean Hartwell, and I'm like, whoa, that's a little out of my, comfort zone, but. He's like a motivational speaker and shit. So it's like, why not be positive?
I don't know who he is. So
hook him up with Legendary Boxer.
Yeah. Legendary Boxer needs to be positive too. Legendary Boxer, I see that you're back in Skype. Go ahead and type me your information so that I can verify on the verification of your alleged boomerang manifestation.
And remember, press 1 again if you want to get back in the queue. And
that's right. Let's see who's up. Any other fingers or anything like that?
Nope.
All right. So we're going to go out to Jay in Orlando.
What's up, fellas, man? How y'all doing tonight?
Doing good.
Doing, Jay. Good call on the Andre Ward fact, yeah?
Cool. Oh, no problem, man. Hey, Ness, man, I didn't want to throw you under the bus, but you kept saying it over and over, and I was like, oh man, I got a lot of let them know. Literally, I just watched the Chad Johnson fight like an hour before this, so which I thought was interesting. I don't know if anyone caught this, but Dan Rafael got up and started cheering. If you go back and watch that fight, he got up and started cheering. I've never seen like a media personality ever like.
And you kind of
it's funny.
Probably have.
I'm surprised he got up.
It's funny that he was cheering because I remember being at Lucas Matisse versus Ruslan Provatnikov in Verona, New York, and he literally told on 2 reporters. He went and got Kelly Swanson and was like, "These guys keep standing up," and he made a big show. Like, "Oh, you're not supposed to be celebrating in Media Row," and I'm like, "Whoa."
Yeah, you're not supposed to be drinking or celebrating in Media Row. That's the ethics of journalism in a sense.
The journalism etiquette.
And shout out to Dan Rafael for always being the hypocrite that he is.
Definitely 100% a hypocrite. All right, man, I ain't going to take up too much time to go and get my pick. Hey, I'm going to go,
Wait, let me just...
Hold on, Jay, hold on. Ness is dying from coughing. He wants to say something, but he's dying.
I just want to give my hypocrite story, right? Like, me and Dan, I think we've seen each other in D.C. or something. One of the DC fights that I covered. So we talking and everything's good. And Ness is a big ass shy dude, and I'm definitely not social. That's what I brought Doomsday into this for, but he wasn't around then. Probably was pre-Doomsday days. And I'm walking with Dan, and we walking towards the park, and I'm like, yeah, this is it. I got him. My listeners will love this guy. This guy's just as recognizable as most of the most popular fighters. Hey, Dan, you think you could come on our show? TBB, biggest show. He's like, nah, man, ESPN doesn't allow me. I'm not able to do any podcasts, things like that. I'm like, cool. And now he's fucking doing some shit, right? He's got his own.
Yo, hold on. Very quickly, I want to say shout out to him for ripping off Ariel Helwani and MMA fighting because his new show is The Boxing Beat, and Ariel has the MMA Beat. So shout out to him for ripping that name off. Shout out to him.
Well, probably produced by the same person.
It probably is because Ariel Helwani is now with ESPN.
Yeah, I seen him on the .com a lot. Go ahead, Jay. I'm gonna go ahead and restart this. My bad.
Oh, but no, you good, fam. What I was gonna say, going along with that too, is it's crazy. You got your Kevin Iole, you got your Dan Rafael, and they trying to do what y'all trying to do. So I always find it funny when you have people that are like of the Eddie Hearns statue and on that level, and they try to take shots saying you guys are smaller media. But if you see it, the bigger media is trying to learn what you guys are doing, and they're failing. They're failing at it. They're having lesser numbers. Like, it's actually showing. Like, when you look on these people's video pages and their podcast numbers, they're not getting no way near the same feedback that you guys.
I know. Shout out to Everlast. You know, going with the wrong fucking people.
Hey, I'm going with Stevenson this weekend, man. So I know all you guys were picking Badou Jack. Badou Jack made me pretty much, man, the call of the year, in my opinion, 1 year, because I was the only person to predict the draw. And I'm right now, so far, I'm the only person, you know, to predict a vicious fifth round knockout. I think Badou Jack's jaw isn't going to be able to withstand the power. I think it's going to give out. I think he is the better boxer, but that left hand is a mother, man. That left hand, the only thing that's comparable to it is Wilder's right hand. Shouts out to Robbie. So, and then I will go with the undercard. I'm gonna go with Gary Russell Jr. And then I'll go with I'm not even gonna pick the UK because I don't know too much about the other fight. I just know about Selvia. I've never seen the other guy, but if I had to pick one, I'd pick Selvia.
How you got Gary winning?
Unanimous decision. I don't see him getting a knockout. I see it just going unanimous decision.
You just made Doomsday.
Long one.
Have been. Yeah, you know, the last 3 have gone. You know, they went down like that. But I mean, shoot, that last one. The last one was when he was back home in Maryland with the whole getting a fight, the Darrell brothers getting a fight. I remember that knockdown. Like, it took him a while. Like, I think he started like in the 5th round, and he didn't finally get him out of it to the 7th. So Gary Russell to me has a combination power. He has that Lomachenko after a while. Like, no worries, you down. You don't have to me like just that one vicious one punch knockout.
All right. Super agree.
Yeah, a long decision.
Well, all right, Jay. Thanks for calling in. Let's get back out to legendary boxer with some conversation on the back end. I think I do remember Compa calling in and saying that, and me being excited about it because he had like a second opportunity to get at Matt. I kind of remember that. I don't know. I smoke a lot, you know.
You're the one who told me. You were like, I wasn't even going to tell you what you told me.
I know. Like I said, I smoke a lot, but I kind of remember.
But yeah, that account I was talking about on Twitter, it has almost 2,000 followers, and they didn't.
Oh my God, yo, get the numbers out of here! Almost 2,000 followers, big fucking deal. 2,000 followers.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Ness? You don't even know any facts. You're acting like they have millions of subscribers. They don't have millions of subscribers.
How many do they have? How many do they have?
They don't have millions.
How many? How many? Matt stats.
Did you do any research?
How many? The press release says they have 100 million subscribers.
Who's got 100 million subscribers?
That's what the press release says.
Wait, where? Where do they have 100 million subscribers? Where?
I'm lying. Yo, squad! They thought that 50 million was allowed.
Showtime and HBO have more subscribers than the population of the UK. That's for fact.
I'm about to check my email, see what Eddie sent me on this DAZN.
No. And Ness, you don't need to check your fucking press release from Eddie. You need to Google DAZN sucks so you can read the articles about how bad it is.
I don't want to Google DAZN sucks. What? I don't want to Google DAZN.
You're only going to get stuff that says they suck.
Yeah. That's how keywords work.
Websites doing stories about how horrible the stream.
Great research.
Horrible the stream.
Yo, what reputable website?
Objective research.
Yo, which reputable website has been doing
Boxing News 24?
You should Google it so you can see it.
But you're the one putting us and all our listeners on.
You're the expert.
Yeah, because I had no idea there was
next to the website the Earth is Flat rules.
Done the research. I don't understand this.
You guys are smoking so much weed. You guys are acting retarded almost.
I don't understand. You've done the research. Why are you fucking withholding information?
You can't tell us one website?
Bro, I don't remember the article name.
It was on DAZN sucks.
You're hilarious.
It came back to do all that.
Here we go. Here goes the press.
It's on Reddit. I found it on Reddit.
Listen.
Oh, Reddit.
It's not in America, but it's
Reddit. You mean? Wait a minute. You mean Reddit, the largest forum website?
Yeah,
where
Reddit has a thread on it. You can read it.
Where people like you go to build on top of forums.
So basically, this website was put up because the Canadian fans were mad about the NFL game not being clearly streamed over there.
All nearly 2,000 of them.
Here's the official press release, all right? Here's the official press release.
What the fuck does a press release tell you anyway?
It says that this historic, because you're wrong.
About what?
You're wrong. It says it's an 8-year deal.
It's not an 8-year deal because this hasn't been guaranteed. It's a 2-year deal. That's the only thing that's been guaranteed.
Where do you see this guarantee? I don't see any of that.
You can Google that too. You can Google the Perform Group. You can Google that. That's the
article. Because Legendary Boxer, you are a guy on the internet saying these things right now, saying there's a website that has this.
Yeah, Google it. I don't know the website. Like, yo, you have worse information than this.
You keep telling us the world is flat. Doesn't mean we believe you.
Are you a flat Earth theorist?
Because this right here says this historic 8-year, $1 billion deal will see the joint venture Matchroom Boxing USA stage 16 fights a year featuring some of the sport's biggest stars at the best venues across America. Performs Group live on-demand streaming service DAZN will be exclusive U.S. broadcast partner for the 16 U.S. fights and nights plus Matchroom's existing 16 nights in the UK. The iconic investment in the fights. I don't know what the fuck that makes no sense. The iconic investment
in the fights. How does that make sense?
No, because it's in the fights with an S and then comma.
Yes, like all the fight events, like the fights, like our investment in the fights.
Yo, that sentence is not done, Matt. This iconic investment in the fights.
Oh, that's a period after that?
It's a comma.
Oh, then that's fine. Then what's the rest of it? You didn't finish the sentence.
Then it starts off with Eddie Hearn, managing director of Matchroom.
I'm confused. I'm very confused. But I've seen press releases have.
I don't see anything here that says 2 years though. I see 16 fights a year.
There was a report before. There was a report before the announcement that it was a 4-year deal with a 4-year option, but that was before the announcement, not after it. I have not seen a report post-announcement or with Eddie Hearn, anyone really giving any particulars about 2 years, 4 years, any options. I've just heard 8 years. That's the only thing I've heard from every source post-announcement, not pre-announcement rumors.
Well, remember once upon a time, there was a rumor that said that Heyman was doing all this and then it was going to phase PBC out and it was going to be an application.
Yeah, NS? Sorry, I was agreeing with you.
Yeah, so that never happened?
No, it never did.
So maybe, I don't know, maybe these guys have been talking. You know, I just don't see why more people don't get along. So I'm being optimistic and thinking that Heyman and Eddie are talking in the back and they're like, look, man, we're going to do this business. We're going to rock this boat.
And even if it's a 4-year option, does that change anything? No.
And think about it. Eddie could have been sitting down with Al saying, listen, baby, this is what you've been missing. You've been missing someone that can be the face. You're too busy being in the back. You be in the back, I'll be in the front. That sounds weird, but that's
Silent dance partner.
No, pause only for you guys.
You're the one that led, like, oh, that was awkward. I shouldn't be saying that.
You guys think like that.
You thought it first.
No, you guys said pause. I'm not homophobic.
Oh, wait. Oh, that sounds bad.
I said it sounds weird. That doesn't mean homophobic. You guys right away jumped to a homophobic thing.
Anyway, digressing. Let's go back to the call.
Very sad how your minds work.
Can't be so sensitive.
I know. I'm just.
Do we have Skype callers? Do we have international callers?
We do have a Wale.
Jesus.
Awale. Am I pronouncing your name wrong? Because that's why you're not talking. Because I could easily go to someone else.
I think someone else.
Awale.
How about now?
There we go.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's Awale actually, but same old, innit? Potatoes, all that funny business. But yeah, it's Ramadan. I'm chilling. Like my boy Saddam Ali should have been chilling instead of getting KO'd and set up. I was listening to the subject yesterday actually, and it's fantastic subjects you guys did about who could be potentially the next big US superstar, upcoming superstar. And I was thinking, hopefully they do, a topic like that. And personally, I think that Garcia kid, I think he's got a hell of a chance because he talks a lot of smack.
Which Garcia? Be specific.
Ryan.
There's three. Okay, Ryan.
I think he's got a hell of a chance. I like that kid. You can see he's sort of learning his boxing. You know, he has respected sort of the boxers that have paved the way for him as well, and he knows what it takes to become a superstar. My only issue is Floyd Mayweather. He was a dog. He could fight. He could talk smack. He was a complete package. And most of these guys, that's what they're missing. You've got people like Errol and Crawford who are absolute beasts. But outside of that, it's like they've got to control their image. It's like the media people are telling them, look, you know, you're going to get hate. You don't want to go down that path. You don't want to sound controversial. So basically, they've sucked the energy out of them. Do you guys get where I'm coming from?
I agree.
And it kind of sucks because, okay, you can be a nice guy and people will love you like AJ. But I think even AJ, like, hey, I think this is fake. This is not the real AJ. AJ is a dog inside and outside the ring. But he's trying to obviously better himself as a man to become positive and learn and grow as a person, right? But I think you need somebody like a Wilder because I think he's the closest to he might sound crazy right now, but I think he's the closest to Mayweather because he can talk smack. And when he gets in that ring...
You mean to say Muhammad Ali?
Nah, that's not. See what I mean? I give you a bowl and you run away with it. Like, come on, bro. Don't go that far. Ali, that's a legend. And he was larger than life because...
More people. Yo, Ali used to get laughed at with the rope-a-dope style.
Really? I thought people were into that.
Hell no.
What?
Hashtag Matt Stat.
Yeah, Ness is bullshitting here. Ness is bullshitting here. Well, like, come on, fam.
Yo, Google it. Google it. Hashtag legendary boxer.
Yo, let's go, Wale. You're good.
Nah. But I think honestly, with Wilder, with the AJ fight, obviously, I don't know if he's gonna come through that. But if he comes through that, I think he is definitely on the way. But I have this feeling, man, that he's gonna retire. I don't know what it is. Something tells to me that if he beats AJ, he's gonna rematch him. And then he's going to have maybe one fight to close off the show. And I don't know why, man. I think he's going to retire, bro. But
yo, thanks for calling in. No hitting after the bell. Yo, I want to say the Legendary Boxer is the illest troll on the planet. I'm so happy that you're a part of this show, bro. I really do appreciate you. Unlike Matt, I appreciate
that. Please don't read that chat comment. I know what you're looking at, Ness. Don't read that, Ness. Ness, I read your mind so much.
We need proof of funds for the 1 billion. Where is the money?
It's in the bag.
It's in the bag, man. It's in the bag. Don't worry about it.
Just say yes.
Just say yes. Just say yes. It's there.
By the way, all the money's in the bag.
Yo, you guys make me so happy. I swear to God, I love my job. There's no denying that shit. This show is crazy. Jay Will, you ready to talk, man? You always on Skype waiting to be the last one there, man. What up, Jay Will in Ohio?
If you know like I know, you should lie low. Killer, I used to get it in Ohio.
Yo, what's up, fellas, man? It's hard to follow Legendary Boxing, man, but I'm going to try my best, man. Yo, with the fights, man, these last couple of calls before Legendary kind of took my thunder, man. I'm gonna ride with Adonis, man. I think his left hand is too dynamic, man. And I think a lot of people are sleeping on that. Badou is nice, but when you fight one of the top dogs of a heavier division, you just really stepped up to it. It's something different. You really got to get used to it, the speed, the power. And I just think that's going to be a little bit too much for Badou at this time. I'm actually leaning towards a late stoppage, but if not that, definitely a unanimous decision. Gary Russell versus JoJo. Good fight. I think people kind of sleeping on how big JoJo is as a 126. So I think it's going to be. People say, "Oh, Gary Russell better win." You know, he better go ahead and dust this dude off. I think people kind of sleeping on JoJo. He's decent. He got good timing, and good timing always can handle speed to a little bit, but I just think Gary's a little bit too experienced. I think he's going to pull it out with a majority decision. Then let me see. With the Selby fight, man, I really don't care. I mean, I ain't gonna try. I ain't trying to play you, Rob, but
it's all good. I don't care about Gary Russell's fight, to be honest.
But Anthony Joshua's joint.
Yo, I guess that is the equivalent too, yo. Our shit is domestic too, cause fucking Diaz ain't done shit.
And also, to the little side topic y'all was talking about, Instagram numbers and popularity versus, people doing numbers. It translates to a degree. Because, for instance, you're saying your boy Ryan Garcia got like 2.5 million?
Nah. He got 849,000 or 853,000.
And Ward only got half of that. But I guarantee if Ward was to do a pay-per-view with Tony and Ryan do a pay-per-view with Javante, the numbers won't even be nowhere near the same.
Nah, you crazy as fuck. You crazy. I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. No. Listen.
He's really big on the social media.
You really picked the wrong dance partner. Like if you would have said Ryan and someone else, but Tank, man, Tank he's already a star. He's just waiting.
I gave you Tank. I gave you.
Yeah, and that's where you fucked up because Tank is just waiting for the right antagonist. Tank is waiting for his nemesis, and Ryan is that. Ryan is Mexican versus a black guy. Are you crazy? That's boxing. That's boxing 101. Every promoter goes to promoter school. It's like, get yourself a black guy or a Mexican, put them in the ring together. You're bugging.
Nah. It's still.
You're right. You're right. Your formula is a black guy versus a UK guy.
Because they're more popular.
I mean, I said that already, so I can't, I'll sound like a hypocrite. I said that that's the bigger fight in terms of for Ward, but I don't think it's a bigger fight for this. Yo,
if you compare
the box rules, what's up with you, bros? You're such a little shithead. Not you, bro. Somebody really mean in the chat. These guys have no souls.
Well, stop reading it.
I'm not reading it out loud.
No, I meant like you don't have to read it, period. Dun.
Yo, it hurts, Matt.
Dun, dun, dun. I know. You don't need to look at the YouTube chat, Ness.
I would have played the Kanye, but I know one of y'all will walk over it.
Oh, I would love that.
I know. I love that one too.
Back to J. Will.
But yeah, that's my call. I'm pretty much just saying like, yo, I mean, it means something, but again, Ryan Garcia versus Javante right now versus Ward and Bellew. Ward and Bellew's going to do way bigger numbers. That's my call.
Yeah, I don't believe that shit. You know why? Because who's been walking Ward out to the ring?
Somebody from the Bay. Is it like E40?
Oh, that basketball player?
I don't know.
Steph Curry. Steph Curry. Light-skinned dude walk him out one time?
Yeah, Steph Curry.
Us light-skinned brothers always in style, but let me tell you about how you get a better light-skinned brother to walk you out. I don't know, like Drake. Wouldn't Drake walk out Javante? Doesn't he already make the clothes for every Javante fight? I mean, doesn't he already endorse him? Doesn't he already sponsor him? Like, yo, it's the bigger fight. You got Drake Floyd attached to it. Then you got Oscar De La Hoya attached to it. Then you got Mexican Americans attached to it. Then you got the Black Americans attached to it. What the fuck is Jay Will talking about? I hate bodying my listeners like this.
But I think he really meant though at this point right now. Like
I wouldn't give a fuck if he meant now or 10 years from now.
All right, so you don't.
Let me say this very quickly. You put Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia on ESPN, and you put Andre Ward versus Tony Bellew on ESPN. Same time, back-to-back weeks. Who's going to do better views? It's going to be close. It's going to be close.
So, listen, I'll give them this because I'm not an idiot. There's no way Javante and Ryan can do it next on pay-per-view and do better.
Of course.
But if you give Ryan a couple more fights on TV,
that's different.
And yeah, I mean, you got to build them, dog. Look, listen.
Let's not forget Ward's pay-per-views. Ward's pay-per-views are not successes
at all. 150, wasn't it? Like, come on.
He got paid huge guarantees for those fights,
Yo, and that's what I was telling Doomsday. Like, Ward needs this fight because guess what? The only place he's gonna sell 400 to 500,000 pay-per-view buys is in the UK with a UK star. And the only reason people will buy this shit is because Ward's moving up the heavyweight to make it happen. He ain't trying to make Tony come down to cruiser. Tony would be dumb. I hope he don't come to cruiser. That's giving Ward a better shot.
Nah, he's gonna have to meet him at cruiser. He ain't going to heavyweight.
Why not? Pull the
fighting Bellew at heavyweight would not be.
I read somewhere about a catchweight.
Did you forget the post-fight interview with Andre Ward on his last fight when he said, "I want Joshua," and then he said, "You never know."
I know.
All right, and what better way? Again, you don't think business, brother. You don't think business.
Here we go. Now I don't think.
Let me talk. You think war, right? So why would Andre Ward get into a war on a retirement comeback fight with Adonis or the winner of Badou Jack when he could let them go to war? And he could get the softer touch in Tony Bellew, the bigger fight in Tony Bellew, and then he could spin that into
softer touch, huh?
He can spin that into an actual Anthony Joshua fight. If he moves up to heavyweight and beats Tony Bellew, who already has said he will not fight his friend in Anthony Joshua, well, the winner of that fight, if it's Ward, all of a sudden becomes interesting to Eddie Fast Car Hearn and say, well, damn, that's an Olympic medalist. He's really a fucking 175-pounder. Man, this sounds right for my Olympic medalist who's a real heavyweight. I'm not saying Ward would take it, but the money will be offered to Ward. It will be something him and his team going to have to decide whether they want to walk away from probably 20 mil. I think Ward could easily go on to 20 mil if he turns around and beats Tony Bellew and then somehow gets in negotiation. At least 15, right?
Against who? Against who?
Joshua.
Oh, yeah, of course.
If he beats Tony Bellew, look, because I know everybody's like, yo, Ness, he's not a heavyweight. I get you. But in this reality, he's going to fight Tony Bellew at heavyweight. If he wins, especially in convincing enough fashion that Eddie could put his brain to work and have Joshua rush in as if to, save Bellew or avenge Bellew. I don't know. I mean, Robbie, you're laughing. This doesn't.
I'm yawning. Sorry.
Oh shit! Does it sell to the UK public? I don't know.
I really like the fight. Ward Bellew. I really like it, and I think there's talk of maybe like Parker and possibly Tyson Fury, but we've got to see Fury come back yet and have however many tune-ups he needs. But I really like the Ward fight, and I think it'd do quite well here. Although casually wise, I don't think he's that well known here, Andre Ward.
But if he beat Bellew, is that do you think that's possible? You think the UK public would accept him fighting, Ward fighting Joshua?
UK public accept him fighting anyone, don't they? 90,000 people watched him against 70,000, whatever, watched him against Takam, and
Takam got paid $5 million for that fight.
Yeah, but Takam isn't Andre Ward with a gold medal. Moving up.
But Ness, when you said you would get paid at least 15, at least.
Yeah. That's you're backing me on that.
Yeah. Like Takam got paid $5 million. What do you think Andre Ward's going to get for a Joshua fight if he beats Bellew?
That's what I'm saying. If you're Ward, right? If you're Ward,
can I just say, sir, interject?
Yeah. Let me just throw this out.
No, you're going to keep going. You guys are fantasy boxing right now. Fantasy boxing.
I just want to say this. If you're Ward, you risk, I think, getting knocked out for 15 mil.
Big time.
Oh, hell yeah.
And you could always go the Kelbrook route. Just they watch you closely and throw the towel before you get knocked out.
Also, you know what is fantasy boxing, do me? Picking Lainez to beat Lomachenko, picking Riga.
No, come on. Head movement. I'm saying this is fantasy boxing because I really don't see that fight happening.
Which fight?
A fight between Ward and
Joshua.
Yo, are you sleepy too? Who's more sleepy, Rob or Doomy?
But that's what I'm saying, that you don't follow the business, bro. Because if Ward fights Bellew, you might as well forget it. How do you think that those UK announcers do not mention Joshua?
And also, why do you think Joshua will come to the U.S. away from his territory and fight a guy with a 90% knockout ratio in Deontay Wilder because of $50 million? Money is always the overruling factor in sports.
Yeah, but Ward ain't no way Ward's facing Anthony Joshua. Come on, man. That's two. That's
if he beat Bellew, why not?
If he beat Bellew, and then that's calling Bellew a soft touch. I mean,
it's not a soft touch. It's not a soft touch. I agree with Jimmy and Rob on that one.
Ward is the favorite.
No,
Bellew is a tough fight. Fam.
Ward is the favorite.
Ward is the favorite, like Rocky was the favorite against Dolph Lundgren.
Fuck out of here. You bringing up, you're worse than Matt stats. You think you're bringing up movie stats. Get out of
here. Stats.
That was a comparison that
bro, no comparison. Ward is the favorite.
He's the favorite what?
Bro, Tony Bellew got knocked out by Adonis.
Not with the Instagram followers, he's not.
No, he's not with the Instagram followers, but he's the favorite with the being not knocked out. He's the favorite not being knocked out.
He got knocked out at what weight? Cruiser, right?
Yeah, by Adonis, by him.
175 or at Cruiser?
Yeah, by him.
175?
175.
All right, we're talking about a sucked up Bellew at his age, right?
No, that's the thing. You such a fucking casual. Like, I don't know why you do these arguments, bro. Bellew started his career down
That's what I'm saying. At this age.
How's he sucked up?
At this age,
It was 5 years ago.
No, what I'm saying, at this age, him trying to suck down to 175 wouldn't do him good. But he's a better fighter. Wait a minute, let me finish. But right now, let me finish. Let me finish. Ness is that I'm saying one thing to get to another point. God. So he's not 175 pounder right now. He's older and he doesn't have to make that weight. He's a better fighter at a cruiserweight or a heavyweight. That's all I'm saying.
What does that have to do with getting knocked out at 175?
Callers.
Stop acting like he cut weight to get the 75, motherfucker. He wasn't a heavyweight cutting the 175. He wasn't you.
Andre Ward. So you're saying that Andre Ward has the same chances as knocking out 175-pound Bellew as he does at
Stop the train. I want to get off.
I wish there were a dozen callers so we could ask them who they picking, Ward or fucking Bellew. You silly, man.
We have enough callers to ask.
Bellew.
Gabe, Salt Lake City.
Who's winning, Ward Bellew now? Now.
Ward. No, man, you guys are fucking hyped as shit today. Or I don't know if it's legendary boxer, but damn, you guys are just going at each other today. But it's all good. Love the show. You know what? I'm gonna start with JoJo versus Gary Russell Jr. I'm gonna go with JoJo. It's the unconventional pick, but I think he's been the more active fighter. I think if he makes it a dog fight, does the inside fight, he can pull off the decision. It's probably not likely because the fight is in Maryland. That's Gary's backyard. But I think if JoJo does that, he has a chance just because Gary's been very inactive. Everyone said it. He fights once a year. JoJo's been active. If he can make the fight a dirty inside fight, which sometimes he doesn't. He likes to, he was an Olympian. But I'm going to go with JoJo. I'll probably be eating crow, but that's all right. Then I'm going to take Stevenson. I think Stevenson is going to knock out Badou Jack probably in about 10th round. I think I'm going to call it knockout. TKO or KO. I know you guys are comparing those earlier today too. But with the DAZN deal, I don't know that much about it. And I know you guys don't like talking about other sports that much, but it might be like an NFL contract where they get guaranteed money up front for like 1 or 2 years, but it could be an 8-year contract. If they don't live up to it, they just get cut and they just get their guaranteed money. Maybe that's it. But with the Bellew Ward, I don't know why you guys are even talking about this. I feel like this fight is like a dream fight right now. Like, I don't see Ward coming back. Has he even indicated anywhere on social media that he would take that fight or come back?
He hasn't.
He's always wanted this fight, though. He's always wanted it. I don't see why he wouldn't.
There's been nothing like.
Yeah, and I see the logic of it. Go ahead. Yeah,
no, same.
If him making the fight and then staying there and getting the big payday with AJ, which Eddie Hearn would love to do, I bet, just because AJ would have the size. But yeah, and I don't know. That's legendary boxer, whatever. That guy's hilarious, man. I think he's on that Charlo tip. But I know you guys were talking about Lubin earlier. It sounds like he wants the Charlo rematch. He like posted some meme of like Charlo all fucking high on coke and shit. Kind of reminded me of the memes they're making of UMass with their bug eyes and shit. But he made like a meme of fucking Charlo like in a Scarface movie or something. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yeah. We seen it. He did it on his story, and Jamel got at him real quick and posted the knockout.
Hell yeah. Well, hey, that's my call, man. Go support TBB. You know, they fucking work hard, even though they bicker. But hey, good show.
All right. Yo, bickering is part of the fun, bro. You got to.
Doomy's been in the mood recently. He's been feeling away. Doomy's been feeling away.
Doomy needs to sharpen up, man. He's fucking. He's wide with his punches right now.
Very quick. I'm gonna have to shoot off. I can't. I'm struggling.
Get out of here.
Yeah, all right. But just give us social media.
You need a couple of sensu beans, Rob.
You should.
I'm not taking any medical advice off you, Doomy. Thank you. You look very ill. You need some different
what's
medical.
up with the chat? What's up with AO talking about to check my iron levels?
Yo, doggy, you looking worried?
Yo, I just told him I am a White Walker.
Yo, Robbie,
you're a shite talker. Yeah, just follow me on Instagram and Twitter on UK Rob TBV. Lainez.
Peace, Rob. Have a good night, brother. Let's get out to some alumni.
Very quickly, before we go to the alumni, Rob's Twitter name and Instagram name should be Robbie Hearns TBV. I don't know why it's not that. It should clearly be.
Robbie
he doesn't want to. His name is Rob Wetherall.
His name is forever Robbie Hearns, just like how I am Matt the Hipster forever since you called me that.
Mr. Info
This portion of the show we call In the Know, presented by my brother.
Yo, you know it ain't no show without Info Joe in the building. What's up, my boxing brothers?
What up, Joe?
Joe, what I be?
Hey, Ness, you have a good birthday weekend, brother. God bless you. Yo, let's get down to
birthday
business.
is not till the 31st. I'm just starting early, baby. Getting it going.
Hey,
you know
take the whole month, man. Do it up big, son.
I'm trying.
Right,
Matt ain't commit. I'm trying to take Matt to the island, man. I'm trying to get Matt right.
Never told me. What do you mean commit?
Yo, you gotta commit. Matt's attached to his baby. Like he can't leave his baby for.
No. Ness, don't. Come on. You never said, "Hey, Matt,
I've been
free." I'm like, I would have said yes.
Matt, I've been told you we was going to DR in May. I've been told you that shit.
Yeah, but ever since we
still is, baby. My passport just came back. Remember, I had to renew it.
Well, we're gonna go to Miami.
Overhand talking about I'm turning 45. I'm gonna turn this overhand right when you 45.
Hold on, Ness. It's the big 4-0, right?
Oh, big 4-0. You bumped your 4-0 head. Bumped that Hawaii 4-0 head. What are you talking about?
He said, Ness, you 4.0.
Why y'all walking over Joe Cole, though?
Yeah, back to Joe. What up, Joe?
That's fucked up, Matt. Yo, Matt.
You better go with Ness, man, to Dominican, man, so you can get some of those pretty ladies out there. I wish I could join you, brother. Yo, on to the fights. Put me down for Badou Jack. I think it's a 50-50 fight. I'm going with the youth. I'm going with the more person that's hungry. And I'm going with the guy that I believe will be a better champ in that division. I don't like the fact that Adonis Stevenson, man, he only fights in Canada, man. He don't bring it abroad. He only fights once a year. I think Badou Jack would take over and do a good job as champ. So I'm rolling with him. Also put me down for Gary Russell. I do think that's a 50-50 fight too as well. I think it's going to be the quickness and the slickness that's going to get over on Jojo Diaz. And one more thing, shout out to the boxing gods. I told y'all asses, everybody that's listening, the fight ain't happening until 2024. AJ and Deontay Wilder. I told y'all at the beginning of the year, the boxing gods is going to bless us, and it's going to turn out to be this is going to be better than last year. Y'all mark my words, by the end of the year. If we can get another unification bout with Hurd and Charlo, And if we can get the AJ Wilder fight, this will be a blessing from the boxing gods. That's my call. Peace to all the callers, everybody in the chat. But TBV is where it's at. Peace.
Peace, Joe.
Peace, Joe. You know.
Thank God that niggas seen another day.
Ali.
What's good, TBV? What's happening?
Nothing much. How you doing?
You're.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna make it quick, man. I'm gonna go with Adonis Stevenson knocking out Badou Jack, and I'm going with the upset. I'm going with Jojo Diaz. I think he's a lot better than what people think. He's a skilled boxer, and I think he's gonna beat Russell. I think it's gonna be a tough fight, but I think he's gonna edge it out on the scorecards, and that's my call. TBV.
Ale, thanks for calling in. Going out to Mike. Talk to us. Mike, you got the radio playing in the background.
Mike got the radio playing in the background, like Ness said. We're gonna give you like 5 seconds.
Santiago, talk to us.
Santiago, back to you.
Hey guys, what's up? Another flagship show of TBV. Always enjoy listening to you guys, especially when I'm driving. And just to get my picks out there really quick, I'm going to be going with Badou Jack. Obviously, I feel that the age and the inactivity is going to harm Adonis in this fight. And we're going to see his age finally catch up to him with that inactivity, you know, plaguing him for most of his career. As for the co-main events, I like Jojo Diaz, but I definitely think that he's not ready for this fight, and I'm going to be going with Gary Russell Jr. for the win. I think he'll stop him within rounds 4 through 7, personally. And I just think it's funny that you guys had Andre Ward versus Tony Bellew on there, just because, like, I was watching the Creed movie, and it'd be funny to see them play that out. Like, oh, we were going to fight in the movie, now we're going to fight in real life. You know, it'd be a really kick in the butt there if they did that for the promotional purposes. I ain't really got much to say regarding any of the other topics. If you guys have any questions specific you want to ask me, feel free to shoot. Otherwise, that's my call. Everybody hit thumbs up, like the show, support. And if you haven't already, check out patreon.com, sign up. It's only, $3 to support them. See some exclusive, hundreds of hours of content and exclusive interviews by yours truly on the panel.
Santiago, thank you as always. Listen, guys, stick around because I think in the end of this show, we will probably have a little conversation on the 5 cities and maybe clip that and make a separate video to have it further built to see if we can't make that a possibility for at least 2019, if not 2018. We're going to try back Mike in the 317-731 in case Matt messed up with the name. 317-731.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Thanks for letting me on. I was just saying, I think I got
what's your name, brother?
Though. I got Gary Russell with the knockout and Stevenson left hand, too deadly. Badou Jack, he do get hit.
Excuse me.
Badou Jack gonna get knocked out.
317. Is your name Mike or?
His name is Mike. Ness, trust me.
Mike.
Oh.
Yeah.
Doubting me.
Yeah. This Mike.
I thought Matt messed up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mike, we got you. Don't worry. Ness is just tripping.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I got Badou Jack getting knocked out two late round knockouts with the Badou Jack, and with the Andre Ward and Bellew, I think that'll be a good fight. And I think Andre Ward is going to end up trying to fight Anthony Joshua or some big heavyweight, not Wilder though. I think he'll try to get Anthony Joshua somehow. And that's my predictions.
All right.
For the weekend.
Mike, man, thanks for calling in. Where's he calling in from, Matt? That's why I like to see my cities and states there, buddy.
I've asked him several times. He never says.
Mike, where's that 317 from, brother?
Oh, yeah. I call him from Indianapolis, but I'm from Michigan.
All right.
I'm from Detroit.
There you go. Thank you, brother.
What do you want to be listed as?
Oh, you from Detroit, Mike, from, Indianapolis by way of Detroit, Matt. Get your type on.
Hey,
A lot of words.
You know what I'm saying? Get your typo on the same way you do, you know, JP from Long Beach.
Long Beach in the house. Yeah.
What up, Matty? Be good.
What up, JP?
Go, Matty, go.
Yeah, man, I'm fully convinced that DR women from Dominica, as I like to call it, are my favorite. I'm fully convinced of that.
I'm trying to tell, Matt.
I've kind of gone across the globe. Saying, oh, you know, I like women from Uruguay. You know, I once had a woman flirt with me from there who was bad as a motherfucker. But I'm back to DR. I'm back to Dominica. So that's where I'm at with that. The Ward, what is Ward's incentive to want to go up to heavyweight to fucking fight Tony Bellew? Like, what's the incentive there? I don't get it. I feel like
are you serious?
Light heavy, and yeah, I am. Let me know.
You don't think the incentive is money and legacy? It's a winnable heavyweight fight. It's legacy.
Is Roy's legacy any different from that shitty ass win over John Ruiz?
No, you can't compare what Roy did to what Ward would do because Roy made a mistake. He went up and went down. Ward is going to be strategic. That's why I'm saying Ward is Bellew, then Joshua. Retire again.
And lose.
I don't think there's more money fighting Bellew than he could have got fighting a Stevenson or a Kovalev again. You know, how much money does Bellew bring in? And 9 times out of 10, they got to do it in the UK. So I think must have been beef on the set of Creed.
But remember, it's
that's the only
no. He's always said he wanted a UK fight. He wanted to do it with Froch. The money just had to be right. He's always wanted to come back. He's always wanted to go to the UK.
He ain't coming back.
And also, I just can't see, like, what is Ward going to do at heavyweight? You got Joshua and Wilders of the world, Ortiz of the world. He can't fight those guys. He got to go down there. And
he's a big enough name. He's a big enough name to get an Amir Khan versus Canelo fight before the big fight, which means Joshua versus him before Joshua fights Ward, possibly. I mean, before Joshua fights Deontay, right?
I suppose, man. I just, if I'm Ward, what if he does go back down? And that essentially what ended Roy's career, because Roy was never the same after that dehydration. He had to get back down to 175, whatever it was. He was done after that, man. He got knocked out, you know, right after that. But Gary Russell, Jojo Diaz, I'll be going for Jojo Diaz, but I think Gary Russell will probably pull it out. I hate Gary Russell. I always have, because Gary Russell is like a Ferrari with a Dodge transmission in it. You know, he just not, he's flashy, looks good on the outside, but what's on the inside is bullshit. Jack Stevenson, I got Jack with a workman-like victory. He'll outwork Steven. Adonis can't work, period. He just cannot work for 12 rounds. I think Jack will get him out of there, probably TKO in the 10th, 11th, with just working on down. Stevenson won't throw over 30 punches around. That's my call.
Jay Peasy, thanks for calling in. So yeah, do we do the outro, Matt, or could we talk a little 5 city tour and then clip?
Well, let me boom. Hold on. Boom. There we go. Starting over now.
5 city tour though.
5 city tour. So Doomy, what 5 cities will you be allowed to go to?
Listen, I'm allowed to go anywhere. God. Hold on, man. Let me finish. Let me finish this one, man. I'm allowed to go to anywhere on God's given green earth. All right. Unfortunately for me, things are getting even better, so I'll be able to travel. Shout out to White Collar Boxing. Shooting for that one. Coach Mitty, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, so you're coming for a shot at Coach Mitty's league.
Yeah, I'm going out there. Coach Mitty gonna be cornering me. But yeah.
Fighter IQ says Oakland. Come to Oakland.
Oakland's what's up. I mean, 5 city tour. When I think of 5 city tour, though, I think of like You know,
Ayo, boo. Ayo, I need Ayo to call in one day so we know how to fucking pronounce his name.
Ayo Abusasi.
What does Jeffrey say? Jeffrey.
Obasusi.
Jeffrey, we need you.
It's Ayo Obasusi.
No,
Now look,
talk over him, but he did say Obasusi. It's Ayo Obasusi, London. They say in London. Look at
you got
Borgie from Boston. Yeah, he talking about go to London. Punch him right in the freaking.
I'm thinking Chicago, Los Angeles.
They ain't trying to get a shot. Chicago. What the fuck?
Come on, dog.
Capital like death over there.
LA, New York City, Atlanta.
Cold and it's death over there. Like, what the fuck? Seattle, it's rain over there. What the hell?
See, you a tropical ass dude. That's why you.
What y'all talking about? St. Lou, the Louis. I wouldn't mind the Lou.
I would.
You would? Why is what?
It's a small market.
Small market. We ain't got. I mean, so that's something to talk about. How many should we come out for?
3 to 5.
What? What do you mean 3 to 5?
What do you mean? Yeah. Shows, right? How many shows we should come out to?
Well, I meant people.
Oh, like how? Like what's our like?
Yeah, like what's our mandatory minimum that we'll perform in front of?
I would say at least 100.
Whoa, per city?
Man. Everybody's coming out, bro.
You're dreaming.
Nah, not at all, man.
If we promote it, strategic marketing, etc., and we have like a year to promote it, yeah, we could definitely do it.
Listen, I'm pretty sure every city we visit loves boxing.
If we do just a two city tour like New York and LA, we kill it. We can do a 250, 300 person like theater easily.
You guys are crazy.
Easily.
I'm thinking.
You know what? I think maybe you're right. Maybe we should do New York, and LA as a starter, and then start adding instead of starting with a 5 city.
That's a lot. That's
maybe just do 2.
5 cities is a lot. Like some music acts only do like 5 city like tours, like smaller acts.
But are we gonna do it back to back? Because like it's not really a tour. I mean, it's not really a tour if we do one month and then the next one another month. It's just like we went.
I think we should probably start out at 3. I
know because it doesn't feel like a tour at 2.
I think
it gotta be at least 3 cities. Bro.
I think New York, Dallas, and LA.
Right, that's a question right there. How many is the least amount of cities before you guys don't consider it a city tour?
It's 5, man. I think it's 5, bro.
Well, I mean, I hear you. I want your opinion as well as the listeners.
You want to hear this? Some examples out there. Joe Budden's podcast is now doing a tour.
What?
Yes.
Damn.
They're doing like an East Coast tour, and I think it's like I want to say it's around 5 locations.
But they're staying in the East, though. You see, I could do that. I could kill it like that. But Matt's a little baby. He doesn't want to leave his baby. If we did New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and Philly, we'll kill it.
Well, how long is that tour?
I mean, it depends. We have to plan it. No, I mean, those cities are all close, bro. We could rock that out and fucking. Well, the thing is that
every other week, or have to be every weekend. Like that.
It would have to be. It depends on us. Are we gonna do it around fights, or are we gonna do it around our show schedule?
Are we the marquee, or is the fight the marquee?
Well, that you need to ask yourself that.
We're the marquee, bro.
We're the marquee, motherfucker. Come on.
All right. So then we do what we normally do. We go around the 5 or 3, whatever amount of cities, and we do our show on a Thursday, on a Sunday.
Ooh, okay, that makes sense. I definitely think that.
Now, where should it be from? Should it be in a venue at a fight? Even though we just said Thursday, Sunday, should it be at a bar? What like?
I like the open concept, out in the open, especially with
you're talking about permits and
why don't we piggyback off like comedy stores and stuff like that? Like
comedy stores, what do you mean?
Like, places that have like comedy shows like that, like those are small theater venues for 100 people.
That's why I said bars. I think that
bars make sense, but a comedy place would have audio equipment and set up for stage performance.
Some bars too, as long as they have
bars too. Yeah, some bars too, but not all bars. That's That's what
As long as they're set up for performing.
brainstorming here.
But I mean, we could also rent the, because I mean, it all depends. Are we going to go live from each city?
Oh,
because that's
and that right there is a huge issue, because if we decide to go live from each city, we definitely need a big sponsor, because that hard line costs dough.
Yes, it does.
You know the director Kevin Smith?
No, who's that?
He's done a ton of movies. Anyways, digressing. He does it podcasting. He tours the podcast all the time, and they never stream it. And he has Hollywood connections.
Well, we could always record. We could post everywhere.
Exactly. But I'm saying streaming. We can record it, obviously, but I'm talking about streaming. He records his shows and then posts them later on YouTube. It's something to think about. It's obviously cheaper and more cost effective, and also it drives up the demand to go to it live, because to see it live you have to be there.
True.
It's not gonna be posted maybe a few days afterwards. With high quality post production. I don't know if we're gonna think about like having like Titan Media come out and like do the tour with us. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I say if we're doing an East Coast tour, it's easy because we get a few cars or a van, and we can fucking just do the tour. We can just drive it.
Nah, man. What about this? I just had this idea. You said East Coast tour, and right away I said, damn, if we go to Philly, we could do it from Danny's gym or one of his venues. But should it be like that for every city? Should we bring them to a gym?
I think
I like that idea, the gym idea.
Yeah, I think I like the gym idea. Plus, it's cost effective. We could either rent bleachers or folding chairs. Have them in the gym. We could be on the stage, so it could be. I mean, we could make the ring the stage. I mean, I don't know. They're in the boxing environment.
I definitely don't oppose it.
I guess food, drinks, all that stuff becomes an issue.
I think having a bar there is always nice. Having people.
I mean, we could always get a permit.
I think that by the gym, as long as we could rent the gym, we could have liquor.
Yeah,
but quickly speaking, we can't sell liquor. Like we need a license to sell liquor.
Yeah, no.
Matt, you never. I don't know. You never heard of members only shit.
Yeah, I don't think you've ever heard of social clubs. But
yeah, like a baby shower gives you liquor, and there,
Yeah, you can have liquor in there.
Well, I understand, but I'm saying if you want to sell liquor, I would fucking sell.
I mean, we don't have to necessarily sell liquor. It could be included in the price of the ticket.
Yeah.
But and all you could drink all night and shit.
The food,
but it's limited. It's limited. It'll be like wine and whatever, like wine and beer, or like beer and one hard liquor. It can't be like a bunch of extra shit. It all depends on budget, though. I'm sure we could get a couple sponsors for it if we take it off right.
Yep. Obviously, create a few budget plans and figure out what we could do and everything like that. But etc. Pre-sales will obviously be a thing, to, I think, maybe gauge interest in cities.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what other venue we would be able to use.
I mean,
well, we mentioned them all. It's small theaters, bars, gyms, locations at the fights, obviously, like on location, if we think about doing it that route. So yeah, I think those are the main ways or the main venues we could do it at.
Okay. Any other thoughts?
I got thoughts, but that's for the think tank.
What?
Wait, are they private thoughts? Like you can't.
Know.
No, not necessarily.
Let's bring on some callers. Jay, should we come to Orlando?
Yeah, man, you guys should definitely come to Orlando, man.
Hold on, quickly, Jay. I have to ask you a question because you live in Orlando. You live in Orlando. If we did a Miami show, would you drive to Miami?
But that's what I was getting ready to get to, Matt. Great minds think alike. I was getting ready to tell you all the places that I would travel to. When it comes to, I would say Miami, Orlando, or Tampa, the St. Pete area.
What about Atlanta?
Thurman decides to make an appearance. But also to Atlanta, which I've been hearing from a lot of PBC fighters they're about to start doing a lot of shows in Atlanta. So that could be another one next. And I know we got Milkman and
90 seconds.
that area. So I would say Atlanta as well. Put that on your list. So Orlando, Miami, you could put Tampa, and then Atlanta. Those four. Those will be my four choices for as far as going.
You know, this thing could really be amazing. Thanks for your input, Jay. With proper planning, you know, as he said, Orlando, I was like, damn, that would be like easy for that day to set up a couple of fighters to come through. Each city, we could set up
60
specific
seconds.
guests. It would be pretty dope. I think that the biggest issue we're going to run across is venues, you know, getting a venue for each location and sound, really. I think that that would be the issue. We would have to talk to Enrique about just renting the whatever, you know, as much stuff that we need so that sound isn't an issue.
Agreed. And I think that's just a process more than like a difficulty or like a hurdle we need to get through. It's just a process. It's part of the big process of putting on a live tour. You know, that's not a light thing to, you know, try to do. It's something very big.
Joe, any input on this tour that we're trying to put together? Planning, pre-planning. We're thinking out loud, trying to speak it into existence.
10 seconds.
5-city tour. Yeah. Let's go.
Joe.
Oh, Joe.
Yo.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I would say I like the East Coast tour, man. Like you were talking about, Connecticut, they all close. You can knock it out within a week or two. I think that'd be best, man, and convenient for you guys.
Not for me.
Say.
No, fuck.
No, I mean it is
convenient.
It is convenient. Matt just has to catch one flight. He stays with me. It's room and board free. Doomy doesn't have to fly. Enrique doesn't have to fly. I mean, we have to consider obviously Rob. That would be the biggest drawback. It's going to have to be covering Rob in order to finally make the show whole on the road, right? Like we always
and also very quickly having a East Coast tour is so much easier for a UK flight, like in terms of pricing, like having him have tickets also to LA, Miami, Dallas, you know, like that's instantly another what.
Not to mention the East Coast tour helps because we could have Monster be more involved since she's also on the East.
Completely agree. I think East Coast tour is probably the first thing we should do, to be honest. Even though it requires me literally going on tour more than you guys.
I think
you guys can drive all those places, all right?
We sure can. We sure can.
We need a tour bus, just saying. Like that needs to make it like the perfect thing.
What?
We need a tour bus.
Yeah, a tour bus would be good, but that might be out of budget. We maybe one of those Mercedes vans like Deontay had.
Yeah, we could do that.
Or not a Mercedes van, the Ford one that looks just like the Mercedes one.
Yeah, one of those.
But then we gotta wrap it though. We gotta wrap it.
Sprinter van.
Yeah, like one of those. But that's gonna be like another $1,000 to wrap it because we gotta wrap it TBV. We ain't gonna be going to all them cities and not wrap it.
Yeah,
and not branding.
We gotta wrap it.
For TV marketing.
TBV on the road.
They gotta know TBV's in town.
Truzy. So yeah, all right, let's go to JP. JP, what up? Thoughts, man?
He's a big enough name to get in the mirror.
Damn, he went back. He going back to listen. JP, wake up.
JP's on that stress, man, on that Reggie.
He went back to listen, though. He rewinded. That's what I'm talking about right there, man. Man, where my air horns at, man? Well, I guess that's it.
That is.
That's it, then. Outro. We're going to piece this together somehow.
Buddy. Put the little chambel.
Poor Doomy needs to stop smoking.
Yo,
he's too strong for him.
Yo, is that kosher? Is that kosher kush?
Is Matt? He's so used to smoking fucking tea bags that now he's got real weed, bro, and it's just got him so slow.
Yo, I'm honestly concerned about Doomy.
Said tea bags.
His lung status, because I know that like Anyone can outsmoke Doomy at this point. Anyone.
Yo, check this out, guys. I didn't know. Do you guys know?
Mickey can outsmoke him, man. Come on.
Yo, shout out to Mickey.
You know what? Did we know what?
Do you guys know your standing heart rate, Edo?
No, of course.
All right, go check that
out. Wait, yeah, I know mine's. Hold on.
What is it?
Hold on, Joe.
You're sitting. You're not standing.
Hold on. But standing only means resting heart rate, man.
Matt's
No, it's a joke. Come on, fam.
Well, 6 minutes ago I was 67 BPMs. Let me see now. I'm 79 because I got excited.
Okay.
You got depressed by Doomy.
My shit. I was training one of the kids today, and standing heart rate, it was 55. I was pretty impressed by that.
Your heart might actually slow down enough to where you die. Like,
bro, I am the fucking man. That's what that means.
Your blood is not being pumped through your body enough.
Bro, I'm a White Walker.
How are you a coach and you keep picking the wrong picks?
Yo, that's
what do you mean I keep picking the wrong picks?
Linares.
Enrique.
Wait a minute. Linares, first of all, had you guys shit in your pants when he got knocked down. All right, this guy got knocked down.
And then Linares got one punch done.
Yo, hey, listen, kudos to Loma, and he's lucky he came back with that shit because Linares was already, he already had his number.
He's lucky.
He's lucky he came back with that.
Your boy lost, man.
If Linares knocks that guy down one more time, get out of here.
He didn't though. He lost by KO.
Yo, if it was $1 million contract,
body shot KO.
Vote.
That happens, yes.
Body shot KO.
Yes, that's one shot KO. Yes.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying, but yeah, styles make fights, B.
And your boy lost again.
All right, well, I'm your host, Nestor Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. No final thoughts.
I am the co-host, Matt Hipster. You can find me at Matt Hunter TBV on all platforms. My MMA show, Mixed Combat Radio, is making its long-awaited return next week. Nest, do not hate on it. Find me on YouTube, Patreon, iTunes, etc. You can find my gaming channel, Hipster's Gaming Channel, on all platforms, Twitch, YouTube, etc.
Call you Game Face.
Final thoughts. Shout out to Ward Bellew for being the fight that no one wants to see. Ness and Jimmy want to argue about it all day. Shout out to Badou Jack and Adonis Stevenson. Great fight. Gary Russell Jr. and Joseph Diaz. Great fight. Lee Selby, Josh Warrington. Great fight. I just think that there's a ton of action this weekend, and I can't wait to watch it. Hope you all do too. And join us not on Sunday because Ness will be gone. Mr. Slackerface.
So make sure you're around for that immediate reaction show. Ali Oxen free.
Live fight chat.
And I am Doomsday. And
Are you?
Yeah, that's what I am. And also a co-host.
Not Casper.
Yeah, you could call me AKA Young White Walker. But
you need more people.
AKA Lil Drip.
Lil Drip, AKA Young Balboa. And you could catch me on IG, Alex_Doomsday_ Lainez, Lainez. Facebook, Alexander Lainez. Twitter, Alex TBV. Alex Lainez TBV. And yeah, check us out on Patreon. More Untitled episodes coming soon to you.
Shout out to Twan. Put the picture of the ghost in the chat.
Call me Blanco. All right, because I'm a little Blanco. But I'm gonna check that out. Ayo, you might be right. Maybe my iron levels
are low, buddy.
You know what it is? My iron levels are like.
Yo, you like Blade right now. You need a shot right now, dog.
I'm Wolverine, bro.
We don't believe you. You need more people.
Fat Apples, you finally said something nice. I enjoyed the boxing voice tonight.
Manzanas gordas. Good night.
Oh, it's my little Wheezy outro right here.
And I'm gonna do my dance.
That was my Weezy impression. You was clearing the throat. Hold on, let me light something. Hold on, that's it. He does that too. Lil Weezy be lighting shit too, like this. He be like, lot of smacking the teeth. And he be like, you can hear that, Matt? You can hear the lighter?
I can hear it.
Oh shit! Oh, TBV, we back. We flying high. Look at this guy's head.
Get him.
Swear it, man. Yo, he's really white today.
Hey, yo, I'm really white. It must be the light.
Tell the Bobs. Oh shit, it must be the light. Yo, tell Bobs put a little cinnamon in the coffee or something, bro. You need some.
Damn.
Though, like I'm looking at, since you side by side with Matt, you're like whiter than his shirt.
Yo, it's because you know what I'm saying.
Yo, I look more Latino than you, dog. Like this
Hey,
is
you do. You got more of a tan than him, and that's not a lie.
Yo, so let's make the first 2-3 cities sunny.
Oh,
so Doomy can get some sun out here, B. You know what? Summer's creeping up on us real nice. The weather's getting real steady, so I'll definitely be getting some more sun out here, bro.
We don't believe you. You need more people.
Yo, proper planning would be right though, man, because I think somewhere in Texas we could pull some numbers.
I like Texas. Shout out to Texas, the big state.
Yeah, you're not talking to the microphone.
And then somewhere in Brooklyn, or East, I think Brooklyn, anywhere in New York that we set it up, we could do that.
Great.
We need to think about this.
It
probably needs to be more than just a show, man. Maybe it needs to be like an appreciation night.
But then it's
essentially that's how you're gonna get the most people, right? Is offering the best you can offer.
Well, it would be an appreciation night, but it's a show. Like it's everyone getting together, like drinks, food, but there's a show attached to it. Like we've never done that with appreciation night.
Very true.
We gotta look at all the details.
It's not gonna be easy. It might take like a year worth of planning.
Nah, we have to
or just the right budget, and then you just need like a couple months of planning.
If we had a huge budget, yes, it would take a couple months. But because we don't, it would take maybe a year. It's definitely 2019. Like it's not 2018.
The biggest thing is gonna be deciding. I guess deciding like on tour dates, not based around boxing dates. Like being
that's the first decision we have to like actually
bold enough to say, "Yo, we gonna do it without a big fight attached."
Well, me and Doomy already said it, so it's up to you and Enrique.
What y'all say?
We've said that it should just be us. We're the marquee. Like we are the reason that you guys are coming out, not fucking Triple G, Vanez, Matarosa.
Look, it could be any other fights happening while we visit the city. It just doesn't have to be any major fights for the people to come out. People are gonna come out, hang out with us. We're gonna hang out with them, kick it just like we do on these shows. But we're gonna be live and vibing with each other. And if we got some good fights to enjoy, we're gonna enjoy them.
Like it would be what we did literally at the StubHub, but in an environment of our choosing, where everyone can sit down and be liquored up and have a good time. And it's people that are there for us.
Yo, do we rent a hall? You know how when you do a baby shower, you rent a hall? Is that better? Because then you really ain't got to worry about liquor license. You get the charge at the door, and you can have a higher capacity. What you're not going to have is sound in those type of places.
Not necessarily.
Unless sound's attached.
Unless sound's at like they have a system there. Like they have a...
We need a casual on this show for this particular part.
Cash mash.
But, we are out, ladies and gents. So yeah, man, check you guys out. Hopefully something interesting happens in Montreal and we're back Friday.
Toronto.
Or someone, decides to do an on-demand show, or I don't know, something.
Fights in Toronto, by the way, not Montreal.
Mayweather says he's fighting Keith Thurman.
That's not happening.
So Keith had to vacate.
That is not happening, sir, and you know it.
You never know.
You can't handle the truth. You fucking crazy, man. You sound insane. Do you realize that? You should be medicated.
Oh, wait, you are.
You never know. Mr. Anderson. All right, guys.
Goodbye.
We pulling the plug on the Matrix.
Bye.
I've already ended Facebook, so I don't know why you're still talking.